What's up, everybody, and welcome to Shapes of Gaming, the weekly conversational podcast all about video games that's unedited, unfiltered, and unhinged. Definitely unhinged. I'm one of your hosts, Matt Stenson, Nioh Charge on PSN, and joining me, as always, my brother in arms for episode number 41, a dark episode indeed, is the Retro Gaming Encyclopedia, Bob Harriman, Leon Lionheartley on PSN. What's up, man?
Oh, just my blood pressure. The world is on fire. You know, the usual. But hey, at least I still got some good games to play.
Yes, definitely. You've all seen the title of the episode. It is a dark day for gaming, and we got hit with a bunch of news today. This whole week, honestly, and we're going to report on it. And we don't have a piece of positive news, except with what we're playing. We are playing some very good games, like you said. And games kind of pull us out of those dark times, even though this dark news has to do with video games, of course, and the medium that we are participating in. So, how's life been other than that, man? Hanging in there?
Yeah, hanging in there. Went to the theater took the family out for a movie last night. So that was a fun time. Saw that Markiplier movie, Iron Lung. And I can tell you, man, it's fucking weird.
I like weird. It's a survival horror, right? It's based off a survival horror video game.
Yeah, it's based off a game that I guess he did on stream, and it's really you could tell it's like a survival horror meets movie kind of thing. I don't ask me what the fuck was going on, because even I was having a hard time keeping up, but the positive light in this, because we're going to start after this episode, we got to hunt for the good stuff. The positive light is there was a surprise voice actor that showed up in there that I was like,
I want to know. You'll have to tell me off cast. I probably won't watch it. It's just, but I mean, I do like scary movies. The game definitely isn't my style. It's very adventure heavy. I like a little more action in my games, like not ball and gun action. Okay. I like a little more action adventure. Right. So.
Yeah, that just fixes everything. Put a ball and gun on it.
Yeah, exactly. Cool, man. Well, yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about that movie. Might check it out. I don't know. It's not something I go to the theaters for, though. But who knows? I might get bored one day and check it out. So
yeah, it's definitely he's made his money back like 10 times over. I think it was like a $3 million budget, and he's already capped over 50. So like, wait till it comes out on over Netflix or whatever streaming service and check it out there.
Yeah. Anything that puts video games in the entertainment light in other mediums, cool. And definitely if they're good, for sure. If they're not great, we've had some hits and misses in the last decade, let's just say, being vague. But if it draws someone to video games, that is awesome.
Yeah, I guess at the end of the day, you're right. And it's probably, I don't know, I'm not familiar with the medium of the game, right? So my guess is it's probably good, but from a movie, like being a good movie, just a film standpoint, objectively, it's not great. Yeah. So, you definitely wait. Wait for rental, as we used to say back in the day.
Yep, definitely. I haven't been to the movies in so long. I'm kind of itching to go. I like the movies. I like the experience. I think I talked about the experience in a last podcast, but I love the movie experience, and I hope they stay around a while. I've mainly just been gaming, man. Working. Some new stuff came up at work, so that's cool. Working on that, and just waiting for my car to come back. Blew the fucking engine in it. Replacing the engine. Not cheap. Don't want to go into the details, but I get my car back. Hopefully, they said like Tuesday, Wednesday. So, I'm so excited to get my car back, because you need your car in this society for sure. So,
absolutely. Even in college, you can get away with it in big, like metropolitan, real big cities, New York, LA, whatever. But Colorado Springs, those options are very limited, and Uber's expensive, bro.
Out. Oh no, I haven't Ubered. And I haven't DoorDashed, so I don't do any of that. But DoorDash sometimes, I mean, it can be reasonable. But yeah, I haven't Ubered anywhere or anything like that. I've one-wheeled. I did a Target pickup on my one wheel. That was interesting. I was like loading the shit in the parking lot. I felt so bad about it. But yeah. Video games, man, they get you through those tough times though. And I've been playing a lot of them, and dude, I've probably dropped 50 hours this week, twice as much as I usually do. And I dumped it into one game mainly that we'll be talking about for sure. So other than that, alcohol also gets you through. No, I'm kidding.
No.
What are we drinking? No, don't resort to alcohol for shit. Just drink alcohol because it's delicious, and there's a science behind it. That's why we do it. Never look for your problems in a bottle, okay? Or at the bottom of a glass, or a can, or at the bottom of a glass. You know what I mean? What are you drinking though? We're just having a fine drink on this evening.
No, I'm actually drinking some you gave me. I finally got around to a drink in the fridge from Odell here in Fort Collins. The Old Dude's Stout, just a classic stout with dark chocolate hints in it. Dude, it's smooth. For a heavy beer, it's smooth, and that's what I look for.
Very cool. You know what? You might have inspired me to have that as my next beer, because I'm probably going to have a couple. I am drinking the Lacto Cooler. I just need, yeah. It's my last one of the 4-pack I got. I just needed something sweet and, sugary, and just like it's delicious. It basically tastes like one of the Ecto Coolers that High C made back in the day, and it's in beer form. So I just needed a nice comfort beer after all the shit we heard today, which we're going to go all into. But before we get into this terrible news, we have some PSAs to make. So as you can tell, you're not listening to this on Thursday. You're listening to it on Friday. And we have decided as a company, let's just say, that we are going to be releasing on Fridays. The main reason for this is because there are so many events and so much news that breaks. For example, today, huge news that we probably wouldn't have gotten to until like a week later, that breaks on Thursdays. Fridays, they're quiet on news. Nothing breaks. Fridays are usually chill. Weekends, we don't usually get a lot of news. The news and the events usually happen between Tuesday and Wednesday, or Tuesday and Thursday. And if we record on Wednesdays, we miss the news on Thursdays. We had to do a bonus episode for State of Play because we had recorded right before the event. So we're like, you know what? There's so much news that breaks on Thursdays. There's so many events. We're just going to move the podcast. We're flexible. We're going to move the podcast, and you will all be able to enjoy it on Friday mornings. And Friday mornings means anytime between 5 a.m. and 11:59 a.m. MST.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, folks. That's all I can tell you.
But yeah, no, morning. So yeah. I consider morning anytime before the clock hits fucking PM. So anytime before 12.
Joke's on you. I use a 24-hour clock.
Right. So, well, that would still be 12. Joke's on you. And then 1 is 13, so the 24-hour clock. But yeah, anytime in the morning, it'll probably be like 10, 11 MST. We're not going to target a time. We're going to target a window, and we'll get it to you all in preparation for the weekend. Or if you have some time Friday, you can listen to it whenever. It's there always. You can listen to it whenever you want, whenever you choose, whatever it's convenient for you. So I tend to listen to podcasts when I'm not. I'm kind of doing like mundane tasks, right? Where I don't have to think, like chores or dishes or driving or cleaning up something in the shower, right? That's like a mundane task. So that's when I usually listen to my podcast, because I do listen to a few podcasts. I like them. I like short form conversational entertainment, and that's why we kind of started this, so we could create some of our own, revolving around one of the best damn forms of entertainment out there, video games, and most importantly, keep the conversation going. That's what we do.
Most profitable, that's for sure.
Yeah, right. Oh God. Greed is has always been prominent in the industry, everywhere, really. And it really showed its ugly face today. Before we get into that, we want to thank everyone in the Discord, everyone that's part of the community. Bob sent a very heartfelt message out to everyone, the crew and community alike. And if you're part of the Discord, thank you so much. We're going on a year in this endeavor, and year 2 is shaping up nicely. We have a lot of good plans for you. We'll get to video at some point. I don't know. I'm still working with fucking Zencaster on that, like legitimately. So a lot of technological things in the background, but we wanted to tell everyone we appreciate you for being part of the community, for listening, for tuning into our streams, for keeping the conversation going. And if you're not part of the community and you want to be part of the Discord and you want to know where you can catch us when we're gaming or want to talk to us, honestly, or talk with some of our amazing community members, where can they go, Bob?
Oh, pop quiz time, huh? No, you just go into your favorite browser. Go to shapesofgaming.com. That's going to take you to it's our landing page, is what I like to call it, where you'll find the links for everything here. You will find your YouTube where you can hear us. Hopefully, one day video. All your podcast services of choice that you like to listen to. All of the socials are there. The Discord link is there. While you're there, go ahead and comment while you're listening. Please leave us those nice comments, thumbs up, all of that good stuff. That helps us grow, and that's what we're really just trying to do, is just grow and get people to keep the conversation going. But I do also have another PSA to keep going with that there, Matt.
All right. And to add on that, if you subscribe to the podcast, that helps too. It's completely free, and you get the episodes downloaded, or you get notified of when they go live. So if you subscribe, helps us too. But if you don't want to, I don't care what the fuck you do.
Yeah.
What's your PSA?
So I got a PSA for you. It's a surprise because, as you know, we are pretty much boomers. We are pretty much boomers of the internet, my friend.
Yeah,
in internet terms, we really are. But a very recent surprise came along because I realized there's no, as much as I don't like it, a TikTok associated with our account. I don't do TikTok, never have. No. I'm just saying. It may be out there in the wild, and I am working on getting it all organized and administered. This came via one of the kiddos who said, "I am happy to start this," and I said, "Okay," and I'm going to monitor the situation, but definitely go check it out. And yeah, we're there. Well, don't expect me to be on there, folks. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, I won't be on there.
But yeah, definitely. But once again, you'll find all that information at shapesofgaming.com.
Very cool. Yeah, we're growing, expanding, and I have heard some requests that we should have a TikTok, so I'm happy to hear that, and that's great news. So maybe I might pop in there every once in a while. I created a TikTok to support a few of my friends that were selling Pokemon cards on there, and I have like one follower. I have a little Charizard icon. I might pop in there every once in a while and say, "Good job."
I posted one video, and I've had mine for years because people send you links, and I want to be nice. And TikTok is one of the platforms where you have to have an account to view it. So I'm being nice. I'm supporting people. I have one video, and it's me being a smartass when PSN had their outage last year. And it's just me going, "Oh man, I'm sorry, I can't play my game. What will I ever do?" As I'm sliding the disc into my console.
Beautiful. That's awesome. Yeah. It's nothing against TikTok, right? It's just there's so many platforms out there, and I have an attention span, right? Like, and my attention usually goes to video games. So that's where I spend my attention and my time currency in this podcast and work, a full-time job. So, and having to eat and sleep and all that to survive, that's the boring part, but
Yep.
So, yeah, that's cool, man. That's awesome. I'm glad we're going down that route, and let me know when it goes live, and we'll tell you all when it goes live.
Yeah, so. Yeah. I'll details to come, but I just thought I'd give that out there. It is coming.
Very cool. Very cool. We'll have a positive sandwich because that's some positives. We can talk about some really fun, nice, positive stuff before we get into this shit show of news. And then end with some positive games that we've been playing, though there's some negative fucking light around them that I'd like to talk about. But yeah, anything else we want to share that's positive, because this episode is mainly going to be negative, unfortunately, because the world is not sunshine and rainbows, everyone, and it's pretty much fueled by greed. So positive.
Positive energy,
Positive.
you know.
Let's see.
I don't know, man. Like, oh, you know what, I posted it in our, staff chat, if you will.
Mhm.
The pre-orders for Marvel Token did go live today. So by the time you're listening to this, 24 hours will have passed. So there is some good stuff in there, because I saw it and it's what, $60, and the game
That's
looks
cool.
yeah, and the game looks good. So those are live as well. So definitely go check it out. But yeah, man, I'm just happy to be
Very
here.
cool. Oh yeah, same here. I'm always happy to be here and be vertical, of course. So that I have good news then too, because I was on Best Buy pre-ordering. I think I saw The Adventures of Elliot. I was like, oh shit, that's up for pre-order, physical, boom, done. And then it was like, you might also like, and I saw Castlevania Belmont's Curse for physical for $40. So
Damn.
there's a placeholder up there. Of course, no release date. Artwork is a placeholder, but you can pre-order Castlevania Belmont's Curse at Best Buy right now, and it's MSRP $40. So that's awesome. Really cool. I got it pre-ordered. I very rarely pre-order games, so I have a list of stuff I'm interested in and stuff I have my eye on. But if you make the pre-order list, I believe in you and I'm supporting you blindly, honestly. So some of the games I have pre-ordered, Pragmata, which I'll talk about because I played the demo, Saros, 007 First Light, Lego Batman. Those are games like I'm already sold day one. Day
Day
So
one.
yeah. But other games, I usually don't pre-order, and I keep my eye on it. The cool thing about Best Buy, even if you pre-order and the game comes out and it's not great, or you change your mind, you just cancel it and it goes right back on the card. So, and it doesn't charge your card unless you pick up or it ships. So you can have it. I pre-order games like months in advance. Doesn't hit your card if you have the Best Buy card, but I'm not selling you the fucking Best Buy card on here. I like it. I love it. It's great. So,
Yeah.
all right.
No, it's good. And I will say, for my tastes, for what you will, I prefer the pickup method. I don't know about you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I do,
Okay.
always do pickup. Yeah, because shipping sometimes. Well, I kind of got a hiccup with the Dragon Quest VII stuff because I literally don't have a car, and I was one wheeling to fucking Best Buy, stop by Panera, get myself a you get yourself the breakfast sandwich, right? You get the steak, egg, and cheese. It's got like Wisconsin white cheddar cheese on it, on a French toast bagel. You can thank me later with a medium blonde roast coffee. So
I might have to check that out, because
oh yeah, I'll go with you, dude. I'm always down to go to Panera, and then we pick up our games, and then we go home and game.
okay, because I gotta find it. I gotta be honest with you, man. I gotta find something at Panera. I've been going for 20 years now, and for me, Panera has always been fancy hospital food.
Oh yeah. They load their shit with salt. I don't go there a lot, and yeah, they have some questionable ingredients, but man, that breakfast sandwich, it's kind of a glorified version of the McGriddle from McDonald's, but it's a good version of it and somewhat real ingredients. It's still all shit. But every month or something, I go pick up a game, get my Panera breakfast. But yeah,
you had my curiosity. Now you have my attention.
Exactly. I fucking love McGriddles. They're terrible for you, but they're delicious. And yeah. Anyway, Dragon Quest VII, get there, and then I still see I'm over at Panera. Best Buy opens at 10 a.m. and I still see, it's not available for pickup. And then I'm like, well, fuck. So, I roll over there. I ask the associate, I'm like, hey, like just wondering, can I pick up this game? Do you have it in stock? And she's like, no. You'll get it. You'll get a notification when it's ready to pick up. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but I was just like in the area and was just wondering. I was very, nice and understanding, right? And I was like, are they in the store? And she's like, no, our truck was delayed because of weather, and they're not even in the store. And I was like, fuck. And I was like, okay, no problem. Like, have a nice day. I get it. It's just you can't do anything about it. I'm not gonna get mad about it. I threw a little tantrum on my one wheel by myself, but that's all right. And so I'm like, well, fuck. And I was like, okay, well, GameStop's right up the street. So I call GameStop. I'm like, hey, do you guys happen to have Dragon Quest 7 reimagined? And they're like, oh yeah, PS5. And I'm like, yeah. And I was like, it came out today. And she's like, yeah, we have 4 copies. And I'm like, okay, awesome. So I one wheel my ass to GameStop's about a, I don't know, 5-minute one wheel up the street. Get in there, wait in this long ass line, ton of people, get up to the counter, and I was like, okay, I'm the one that called about Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined. You had some copies, so I'm here to pick up one. And she's like, oh, cool, awesome. And I was like, nice. She spends probably 15 minutes looking in the drawers, and I'm like, so do you know where it is? And she's like, it's in the system. I just can't find it. And like, it was the last. She's like, okay, well, I guess we don't have it. And I'm like, I don't mind waiting. I know there's people behind me, but if you just want to check a couple more drawers, that'd be awesome. I one wheeled a long way here. And she looks in the last drawer, and by God, 4 fucking copies in there. And she's like, oh, there they are. And I was like, and I actually had to point out, I was like, no, that's them. They're right there. And she's like, oh, cool. And yeah, fucking GameStop. But got my copy. The physical woes. I kind of thought it was like a nice little treasure hunt, though. So.
No, dude, that's awesome. Hey, you know what? Positive, right? Positive.
That's a positive story. I wanted to have a positive story. So I have been playing Dragon Quest. We'll talk a little bit about it. I talked about it on the last episode too. But there was a game that came out that stole my attention. Fortunately, I should say. And another positive. We got our Game Informers.
Yeah, there you go.
Awesome. I actually started reading that article last night. I read Game Informer before I go to sleep. Reading before you go to sleep helps you sleep better and helps you fall asleep faster.
Yeah, absolutely. I need to read this tonight. I'm hoping to sit down with it. Last night, obviously, when I got it wasn't a huge chance, but I got to tell you, man,
right.
Since you read it, the cover or that spread here where it says the legend begins.
It's so good.
It still does. It sends shivers up my spine. Oh man, I'm so excited. May 27th, folks.
Yep, May 27th. That's what I have pre-ordered. Day one. If you look in the back, there is a 4 or 5 page article on the Tales series, which I'm excited to get to, which I recommend you definitely read because, yeah.
I missed that because they have also in this
all the way in the back.
Yeah. It's funny because I stopped at the article before it, which is their most anticipated games for 2026 list.
Yep.
And there's some stuff in here. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that's coming out this year. I'm like, oh shit, hell yeah, dude. So looking for it.
Isn't it cool to have like a tangible fucking magazine that you can like smell and feel? And honestly, when you're reading before you go to sleep, you shouldn't be on a screen. Any sort of screen and print media, like a book or a magazine, is best if you want a good night's sleep and you don't have that screen glaring you in the face. So yeah, dude, I love the print magazine, and I'm so glad they're back. And shout out to Game Informer. So we're not sponsored, we just love them, and they're a great news outlet, and we support them. So yeah, good call. Yeah, the Game Informer. If you are subscribed to Game Informer, you should be getting that physical issue. I mean, sometime soon. We all got, like, Caleb got his, and we all got them within a span of like 3 days apart. So. Did you see the little hint in the back on the synopsis of the magazine? I think I might know what the next cover title is. Because
what are you thinking, my friend?
Hugh and Diana are there just chilling. So it might be Pragmata. I'm just saying.
Don't give me hope, because that would be an amazing cover, dude.
Right, exactly. And it would line up with the release like 2 months out. So we'll find out soon. They usually do the cover reveal like 2 weeks before it ships, and I think we're like a week out from the next cover reveal. So yes, good news all around. And now it's time. It's time for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of just absolutely bad news, 2 that just broke today. that we're kind of reeling from, honestly. So let's just fucking get right into it. We'll just go right down the line, I guess.
Yeah, let's just start from the top and go right down the list here.
Start from the top. It's a dark day in gaming. Dark week.
Dark week,
dark
yeah.
year. We've gotten good games, but these fucking layoffs, man. I took it a step further this time. When we get to the news,
we'll get there.
I'll talk about it.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get this one passed away. I gotta ask it beforehand. Then, you own some Sega consoles, right, Matt?
Of course, yeah. Genesis.
Right. Yep, the Genesis. Everybody had a Genesis and a SNES.
Sonic 2? Echo the Dolphin? Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. This came out late last week, actually. So or a couple days ago, rather. And it has been with a Sega update. This one I pulled from being reported through Video Games Chronicle, which got it from Beep21, a Japanese website. But eventually, Sega themselves did post a statement. The architect of Sega's consoles and president and CEO from 2002 to 2003, Hideki Sato, unfortunately passed away at the age of 77. The statement from Sega: "We are deeply saddened to learn of the passing, who served as president of Sega from 2001 to 2003. Sega would like to offer its condolences to family and friends. Starting his career in the development of arcade machines, Mr. Sato was instrumental in the development of iconic home consoles, including the SG-1000, the SC-3000, amazing consoles, side note, the Mega Drive, Genesis, Saturn, and Dreamcast." So all the way up till the very end. His leadership helped lay the foundation of Sega, and his contributions had a significant and lasting impact of the entire gaming industry. We'll always remember his contributions to our company, and all of us at Sega extend our deepest condolences as we honor his memory. Dude,
Sega.
Yeah, this one hurts, man. You're right. I had a Sega too. I had a Dreamcast for a few years as well.
Never got into the Dreamcast. I played it. I never bought it.
Such an underrated machine, man.
Oh, it was ahead of its time.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you said like Sonic. You like Sonic. You've got that flavor of tism, right?
I do. Yes, I like Sonic. I dislike more games than I like Sonic games, but the Sonic games I do like definitely hit, and I'm more keen to the 2D pixel art side-scrolling Sonics, which they actually made one recently, Sonic Mania, and it has some really good levels. But I recently played Sonic Superstars. Not great.
Really?
Not. It's good, but man, I'm at a part where it's just bad game design. I can tell you when my skill gets in the way, and I'm like, I'm just not skilled enough to play this. It's bad game design, unfortunately.
Oh, that sucks, man. Well, you know what, Sega, Sonic was always he was the cool guy. So as a preteen, he was kind of one of those. You're cool if you like Sonic, but I gotta say, the best Sonic game that I've had, I don't know about you, best one I've played, and this may be a hot take, I absolutely adored the fuck out of Frontiers.
Yeah, Frontiers was good. I liked it. It got a lot of hate, but I liked it.
Yeah,
a reoccurring theme nowadays.
Yeah, it was a good example of how you evolve a game series, and I personally loved it, and I hope they continue to do more of that open world Sonic.
I do too, and the Dragon Ball Z epic fucking boss battles.
Yes,
yeah, they were awesome. My personal favorite is Generations, and I'd say the remaster of that. I think a few years ago. I recently picked it up and cleaned up some trophies in it. And the Shadow game, it's like a whole ass Shadow game in there. It's a Sonic X. It's Sonic Generations Cross Shadow, I think, or is Sonic Cross Shadow Generations. I don't know what they called it. It's out there. It's for PS5. Generations is great. You have 2D side scrolling, and then you go through the same level as modern Sonic 3D. And it works. Yeah, it works. So time travel and all kinds of shit. So it's good. But yeah, dude, Sonic is it's a great IP. There's a lot of misses. There's a lot of hits though too, and it gets a lot of hate. But yeah, Frontiers was kind of a hidden gem in my opinion. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I had fun with it, and I've played more Sonic games than most people. So
That's good, man. Yeah.
That's the father of Sega. Sounds like man, 77. You said,
Yeah. 77.
That's the typical male age that and how long you live. So, and another fucking 35 years. So,
yeah. But, in his memory, I will say Sega, despite the fact they bounced out of the console console wars, if you will, I gotta say, in the last few years, they've been putting out some
Shinobi
to back. Yes,
mm-hmm.
Shinobi and Yakuza still go strong to this day. Absolutely love it. There's entire Yakuza games where there's you can go into arcades, and inside the arcade you can play an entire run of traditional Sega arcade games just right there for free.
Very cool.
Just play it built in. So absolutely, I love it. But yeah, rest in peace. And you know what? Maybe
the Sonic movies too. The Sonic movies have been really good.
Dude, those are really
good.
The
third one with Keanu is Shadow. Oh, and then they just announced they're casting Kristen Stewart. No, not Kristen Stewart. What's her name? Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell
as Amy Rose. So, spoiler if you haven't seen the third one, but it's been out for a while. So, and they've announced casting publicly.
When are we getting Biggs the Cat?
Oh yeah, he's up. And dude, the Chameleon and Rogue the Bat, or Rouge, however you want to say it.
Yeah,
I think it's Rogue the Bat, and then Cream the Rabbit. I know them all,
dude. That's awesome. It's funny after that last
Vector the crocodile.
Ooh, yep, he's cool. After I gotta say, after that last movie, my oldest loved him to death, but he was like, "This is a great movie, but I'm fucking pissed." Silver never gets any fucking love, and I'm like, you know what? I respect that. I get it.
Yeah, Silver will be there. He'll be fine. Shadow's my favorite. Always has been. So, and then they voiced him with Keanu. Chef's kiss.
Absolutely, dude. All right. Well, rest in peace. And I wish you the best. And hopefully you've got the golden controller and wherever the afterlife takes you.
Man, I hope. Rest in peace, brother.
All right. Well, this next one, it's not necessarily bad news, but
it's news.
It's news, and we like to talk about it. And I think it's a good follow-up from a couple weeks ago. As we spoke about, Blooper Team had a website that had a countdown. They were people, of course, naturally, the internet started speculating that it was going to be a potential Rule of Rose remake. Blooper Team came out and said, no, that is not a good guess, but that's not it. And we finally hit our countdown. And this one, it's coming from Game Informer. You find it out there. Blooper Team launched a trailer with us too. So no release date yet, but they announced they are working on Layers of Fear 3. So the third one in their Layers of Fear trilogy. It's a Blooper Team franchise. I'm assuming you haven't played any of the other two.
No, I have not. I've heard mixed things on them, and I can't personally say how good they are, but they're not. They didn't score great, and I've heard mixed things on them.
Okay, yeah, I know we have a member of the community who's played them, Alex, and he mentioned they are kind of early projects of the team when they were still learning and growing. So I'm curious to see what lessons have been learned from things like Chronos and Silent Hill Remake, and seeing what can be done, because so, as you know, Silent Hill 2 Remake was a great example of they have the chops, but there was an issue. It was using somebody else's template, and then Chronos came. And it's a new IP, and everything I've heard is amazing. I'm waiting. I wanted to play it this week, but RE is coming close. So I'm like,
that's survival horror to survive. Yeah, save the genre.
So I don't know. Depending on when this launches, depending on what it looks like, maybe I'll jump into it. I have no problem jumping into a series in the middle of it. Like I did it with Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I had been wanting Yakuza forever, and I finally pulled the trigger. So definitely look forward to this. But
I don't like doing that. I don't like jumping in midway. I'll just go back and play the originals, and that's sometimes gatekeeps me from playing games.
Oh, wait, do you hear that? That tells me you should probably go ahead and play the original Metal Gear Solid before you play Metal Gear Solid 3, folks.
A version of the game. All right, with the same story. I thought you were saying you should play Metal Gear Solid. I'm like, bro, I played Metal Gear Solid on fucking launch.
Yeah. Oh, you and me both.
Yeah.
But
any version of the game to get the story right. Don't go watch YouTube videos of the story. You need to experience that shit on the sticks. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely, man. Definitely go check it out. Which, by the way, the new if you did, we talked about it I think last week, but just a friendly reminder: if you own the Metal Gear Solid HD, the Volume 1, it did come with the high resolution texture update. I haven't checked it out, but from what I saw in the previews, it really helps the game.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, next on the list this fine week is coming from Video Games Chronicle again. They're reporting through Bloomberg that Sony is considering holding back the PlayStation 6 until as late as 2028 or 2029. Excuse me, dubbing the Ramageddon from the article.
Ramageddon, no.
Yeah, that's what they're calling it. Citing sources familiar with Sony's strategic thinking, the article claims that Sony Group Corp is now considering pushing back the debut of its next console to 2028 or even 2029. And this is pure speculation. There's been no official word from Sony on this. Obviously, they don't like to talk. Outside of certain situations. So yeah, I don't know about you, man, but I used to say at this point, let the PlayStation 5 ride.
Oh yeah. I think this is the least bad news in the list, honestly. This could even be considered somewhat neutral or good news because yeah, man, I haven't really seen the PS5 Pro stretch its legs. Ghost of Yote was a really good showcase of what the PS5 Pro can do. But the PS5 Pro is not cheap, and it was definitely an investment. And I think it needs a little bit more time out in the wild. And Death Stranding 2 was another good showcase of the PS5 Pro. Apparently, Resident Evil 9 Requiem is going to have some pro features. Beast of Reincarnation is going to have some pro features. Oh, yeah. Excited, dude. 6 days. 6 fucking days. So... yeah, man. We don't, dude, like give some breathing room to the generations, right? Like you had what PS4 and PS4 Pro were 2013 to 20, so 7 years.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 7 years. I think if you're, especially if you're doing 2 consoles, like 5 years each, just 5 years each, do PS5 and PS5 Pro for a decade, right? And if they do like 2029, 2030, that would be a decade. It would be 10 years.
Well, I mean, PS4 was what, 2013, and I'm looking 2016 for the Pro. So that was 3 years, which is about what we got for the PS5 Pro. A little bit later for the PS5 Pro, but
and then PS5 was 2020.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. What a year.
Let it. Oh, dude. Let it ride. I absolutely agree. You think about it. It got to a slow start because of the 2020 pandemic and everything else that was going on. And if you knew anything back then, you also knew that there were reports that Microsoft was buying to cut in the line and get ahead of Sony. How'd that work out for you?
How'd that work out for you, Microsoft?
Yeah, how'd that work out? But no, it was a slow start to the generation. I knew people that were still trying to get their PlayStation 5 years after it had launched. So let this thing breathe. The first party stuff aside, it feels like you put it perfectly. We've only gotten a couple of good gems that really took advantage of the PlayStation 5 hardware. Astrobot, Death Stranding, things of that nature. But I think this thing can still sing. There's time for people to learn from their mistakes and develop even more, particularly with the delayed development timings.
Right.
That's how teams grew back in the day. You would you'd make a game, and then they would go back and they would learn from what they could squeeze out of the console and its restrictions in the hardware, and then they would release a sequel a couple years later, and it was better. So I don't know. I'm on the board. I don't even need to. Quite frankly, I don't need to see a PS6 until 2030.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be mad about that. Like, of course, I'm, always itching for the newest technology, but I mean, these systems are getting so expensive, right? And I just want to see more of what the PS5 Pro can do. Like the way they cleaned up Rebirth, like I fired up Rebirth and I was like, oh my God, like it's night and day. So yeah, let it breathe a little more. Let these development teams really make games for current generation. Don't rush them to the next generation. Don't have multi-generational where like Limbo, where like PS4 and PS5 were around and people were developing for the PS4 and it was make the PS5 version subpar, right? Like let it ride a little bit. You got an incredible system and then you made a pro version of it and you charged just $800 fucking dollars for it. So just let it breathe. There's no rush. There are so many fucking people still on PS4, not even wanting to go to PS5. How many people do you think are going to rush to go to your fucking PS6? Especially with the news you dropped today. You stupid motherfuckers.
I mean, you saw that. I don't know if you saw that. I'm assuming you did that. I think it came from Reddit or from Twitter, but there are still PS3 users out there where one was reporting that he's getting a notice that the Netflix app on his PS3 is no longer going to work as of like March. And I think that's so funny.
This spring, they're sunsetting features in PS4 to try and get people on PS5. Yeah.
That's true. Yep. Because
PS4 Pro is great, dude. PS4 is one of my favorite consoles from PlayStation. We had so many new IPs born from that system that we're riding the heels on today. Like we just got a sequel to a lot of them: Ragnarok, Yote, Death Stranding 2, Horizon Forbidden West. They all were born on the PS4.
Yes, they were.
It's when PlayStation took risks and cared about their fucking studios. All right, I'm gonna.
We'll get there in all due time.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so mad at PlayStation. I'm so mad at them. I am so confused and hurt and yeah. But the PS5, let it breathe. Just don't rush into the PS6. All the RAM shortages, you're going to fucking price it at a ridiculous amount because of the cost of goods and components. Just you created an incredible system, and I think you have more life out of it than you think. So I think PS5 will be just fine by 2030. Xbox is going to bring out another console, weirdly, and it'll be probably more powerful than the PS5 Pro. But guess what? You need really good games on that too, because your Xbox One was more powerful than the PS5. And how'd that work out for you?
You need the software.
Software sells hardware. Games sell consoles.
Yeah, absolutely. That people fondly remember the N64 generation, but I was there. There were severe fucking droughts with that generation for Nintendo, and it hurt them ultimately. Right. That's why they took a nosedive. Is because of that. So you definitely need the games to support it. That's why we got The Last of Us on PS4, which is the version I played, because PlayStation 3 ended at what 86 million console units sold, but by the end, I don't know many people that actually played their PS3. Everybody was on the 360. We were playing fucking Halo 3 and ODST and Left 4 Dead and
Gears of War.
Yeah, we were all there. Yeah, I bought the PlayStation 3. That doesn't mean I was playing it.
Yeah. I would play my exclusives on PS3, and a lot of third party like Final Fantasy 13. It had the best version on PS3. So. Yeah, dude, just let us get some really good value out of these systems that we basically invested in, right? Like, and they're pricey, so you get value out of them, we get value out of them. It's a win-win. So,
yeah, who knows? Maybe the only thing I could say for the PS6 is if they bring the PS5 Pro features, so the PSSR and supporting DLSS and all that other good stuff, right? Let's put that natively on the PS6. If you don't have that natively there, it's kind of hard for me to find a reason to basically jump up a generation.
Right. Well, PSSR is mainly software encoded, and we're getting an update to make that better. And getting an update to ray tracing. So a lot of this shit can be patched, and it doesn't really have to be hardware modulation. So
yeah, which is wild because I remember the expansion pack.
Oh yeah, me too. and the network adapter for the GameCube.
Yeah, oh, that is another good callback.
For Phantasy Star Online, all
Yes,
three games that supported it. I was there.
Hey, did you play Phantasy Star?
No, I was just there when it existed.
I remember I didn't get to play it, but I remember seeing it when I was I was in training in the Army, and somebody at the barracks had the network adapter, and they hooked it up and figured out how to. And I remember seeing that and going, "What the fuck is this game?
Right?
How are you doing an MMO?" Because the World of Warcraft was kind of still in its early years, and I'm like, "How the hell are you doing this on a console? This makes no sense."
Yep, crazy.
But yeah,
good old days, man. When it was surprise and delight was around every corner.
Yeah.
Now it's just disappointment and greed.
Yeah, we say that, but keeping things
I know.
We say that lightheartedly, but
dude, we've had so many good games and so many good games to come.
Yeah.
We are very fortunate to have all these great games, but man, the news does not help.
Absolutely. Well, I'll take your hate off of an ire off of PlayStation for a little bit. Let me shift your vision for you. This one,
another beloved developer.
Yeah. Well, we'll go to that one first. These next two. This first one, coming from Video Games Chronicle, it was reported. Excuse me, and eventually there was a press release officially. Ubisoft, after their recent restructuring, has announced that they are laying off around 40 employees, or 8% of its workforce, from its Toronto-based location. So the Toronto studio that's there, and Ubisoft has studios all around the world, right?
Oh yeah, like 10.
Yeah, like 10. Quote, this decision is not taken lightly and does not in any way reflect the talent, dedication, or contributions of the individuals affected. Talking about corporate speak there, a spokesperson told Mobile Syrup, our priority is now to support them through this transition with comprehensive severance packages and robust career placement assistance, which sounds more like, quite frankly, corporate speak for we are closing people in Canada, and we have to do things legally in order to make that work.
Yeah.
The good side of this, once again, trying to hunt the good stuff, is Ubisoft has doubled down and it said that this is not going to impact their work on the Splinter Cell series, as that is the studio that's responsible in that pod, if you will. Splinter Cell is one of the IPs they're in charge of. So hopefully we don't see anything there, which includes also that new Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora, and the Star Wars Outlaw game. So I'm sad to see people go, but quite frankly, this is not a surprise. This one does not surprise me.
Right. Ubisoft is pretty bloated, and this is just one team of many. And I think they're looking at like 100,000 employees at this point, or something like that. Real bloated.
17,000 last time I checked
for the entire company,
Ubisoft, or for the entire company. And keep in mind, PlayStation, last I checked, houses only and we're talking worldwide, like 8,000 employees or something stupid.
Yeah, something like that. They're incredibly bloated. I hate when people lose their jobs, though. This sucks, and my heart goes out to them when you create something and you think it's a hit, and then you can just kind of get blindsided like this and just lose your fucking job, your livelihood, right?
Yep.
It's just lose a job. You have a family or something in this economy in this day and age. Whew. But happy to hear the Splinter Cell remake is still coming.
Yes, we definitely needed stealth action love, man. Snake can only hold up this genre so much.
Oh, he's holding it up just fine. And then I guess like 007, kind of stealth, but not really. I mean, it's made by IO Interactive, so
yeah. But Splinter Cell's a true stealth game. Like that makes stealth, Metal Gear Stealth, seem childish.
Good old Sam Fisher.
Yeah, that's a. I played you played the original in the OG Xbox, right?
Not the OG Xbox. I think I played the remaster on 360 or something like that.
Okay, yeah,
so have played it. And yeah, I would love a new Splinter Cell game, but yeah, layoffs suck.
They do, but this is not surprising. I suspect, honestly, this is going to continue to happen. Whether we hear about it or not is going to be the question. As as we know, Ubisoft is restructured and all of its studios are being shuffled into their own organizations, and they're being told, hey, you're in charge of these IPs. Guess what? That also means you're in charge of the marketing, the development costs, all of that is going to be by you. The only thing we're going to handle is some of the back end stuff. So this is, quite frankly, I'm surprised. I'm going to be honest. I don't know their employee count over at the Toronto studio, but I'm surprised it's not more. 8%. Seems a little low considering how bloated the entire
especially after all the Ubisoft news, for sure.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I wish anybody lost. It sucks. Anybody that lost your job, I wish you the best, and I hope you land back on your feet because you got some talented people in the game space.
Yeah. I hope they find a good place to express themselves creatively, for sure.
Damn, almost stumbled over that one, didn't you?
I'm 3/4 the way through this beer, and I didn't really eat lunch, and I haven't.
Oh, you too, huh? Yeah. This is gonna be a fun one, folks.
Let's ride this fucking train.
All right. Well, I'm interested to see.
It's unhinged.
It is, and unedited, because
exactly unedited.
I think we've only edited one time, and that was for a spoiler because you couldn't shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah, it was RE5 spoiler. But we don't spoil things on this podcast. Yes, I did edit it. I did edit it out for you all because it was in light of an RE5 remake rumor. So, it was relevant and it would have spoiled something for a remake coming out. So, no.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
Yeah.
I forget what I even said.
Same here.
It's better that way.
Well, I'm interested to see what you think about this one, man, because I got some thoughts on this, and I haven't mentioned it because I've been really want to get your off the cusp on this one.
Is this the High Guard one?
Yes, sir.
Hold on. I love that the fucking title, like all the news. We have a shared note for all the news. And usually the titles are pretty relevant, but this one's just like he titled it. I guess we have to keep talking about it.
Can't stay out of the spotlight, huh?
Nope. But this is surprising as fuck.
Yeah, this is relevant. This is so I pulled this from Eurogamer, but it was reported first through Stephen Totillo's GameFile website. Mm-hmm. That a new report revealed that Wildlight Entertainment, the developers and publishers of High Guard, who touted themselves as being independently owned, was mostly backed by the Chinese conglomerate known as Tencent. This has sparked naturally a large wave of backlash because Tencent has their hands in a lot of things, including unfortunately my beloved League of Legends and really Riot as a source, and a few plenty other places, including PlayStation. They're not immune to anybody, but this has sparked, for those that may not quite make the conclusion jump here, Tencent is also tied into the Game Awards and Jeff Keighley. So this is, what's that?
I said, yep.
Yeah. So this has sparked a big controversy over the internet. And in fact, this might have been one of the big things we talked about this week if it wasn't for our last piece. All right, man. I have thoughts, but I got to hear what you got to say first.
Sure. We're not going to get into why Tencent is a terrible thing for the game industry. We're not going to get into that. Do your research. We're not going to share our opinions on that. You just heard we think it's a terrible thing for the game industry. And the fact that they are behind the Game Awards and they're behind this game might not have been Keighley's full decision to put High Guard at the end of his show. And he might have been persuaded by, you guessed it, greed.
Yeah, he might have been persuaded, but
here's some money to support your show. We got this new game we're trying to support and make some money off of. Why don't you put it last? It's like, well, I got Mega Man here, and everyone's been waiting for Mega Man. I was going to put that last. Yeah, here's another $1 million. Why don't you, if you feel like it. I'm paraphrasing. I don't know the exact numbers, but that's what happens behind the scenes. And yeah, it's unfortunate, but it seems like Keighley sold out there.
And that's where everybody's got the conundrum in there, and it is a valid very thing. I am curious though, because if that is true, then who the hell, like, you couldn't pay me enough to do what Keeley did. Like, you could pay me to do what Keeley did originally.
It depends on how much, because Tencent is fucking massive.
My
It might
point-
have been like 10 million.
Yeah, if you gave me 10 million, which quite frankly for me is fuck you money, I could just go off and play games for the rest of my life and be
Right.
happy.
Yeah.
If you paid me 10 million and said, I need you to report 10 on this game as your game of the show or whatever, like your last reveal, one more thing. That's the word I'm looking. Those are the words I was looking for. I'm going to admit, I would sell out in a fucking heartbeat. The thing I wouldn't do is you couldn't pay me enough money to do what Jeff did, which is double the fuck down on it.
Yeah, exactly. And he doubled down with the announcement too. He's like, I played this. I'm super excited for it. He could have chose his wording differently to maybe convey himself that, hey, I'm just a pawn here. Tencent's forcing me to do this. Not really forcing, persuading. That's what they say.
Yeah.
We're not forcing you or blackmailing you to do anything. We're persuading if you want. Do you want another $1 million to do it?
Strongly encouraging, right?
Strongly encouraging. Yeah.
No. And there's a couple of different ways to tackle at this angle. You hit on it perfectly there. Like, this brings into the integrity of what's shown at the Game Awards, because I have been on the island and I still stand by it. The game reveals are selected. Ads are paid for. When you see the latest ad for the latest whatever product, accessory, food product, whatever it is, those are paid for. Selections were through the reveals. So this kind of throws that entire thing into question, and it's not a good look for you, Jeff.
Right. Yeah. We were always wondering, because like all the MiHoYo stuff and on just all the push to the gotcha slop and the anime slop, it just, and now we kind of have an idea of why, because they think Tencent might be behind it, and that's unfortunate. I'll still watch the Game Awards, but I'll watch it with a weary eye now, for sure, because I mean, Keeley usually puts on a hell of a show. Keeley himself has been in the industry for a while. I like the guy. He knows what he's doing, and he's passionate about the games, but, you know, a big old fucking bag might have been put in his face, and he couldn't turn it down because he's been trying to fund this show for a while. But there are ways to approach it, and there are ways to tactfully announce things and not double down, like you said. Even after it's been announced and even after it's failed, you're doubling down. Just, Keeley, forget about it. Just like that meme, like, you know, cut it out, dude. Cut it out. It's done. Just move on. So
cut your losses, man.
Exactly. This is fucked. And they touted themselves as an independent studio. And
thank you.
It's deceptive, and there was one intent behind it, and it was to make money. And Bob, I gotta say, I've been ranting about this game for a while, and I fucking told you all that it was just a cash grab, and now we know it was from Tencent. So I smelled it. I was like, oh, this game's a cash grab. I can tell. The fact that it wasn't an independent studio, I was like, oh shit, this goes deeper than I initially thought. I knew it was a cash grab, but not to this extent. But boy, oh boy.
So I won't argue against the cash grab. 100%. I will not argue against that. You have to recoup your costs, and especially if you're going to free to play model.
Sure.
Like, I get that, right? But I will say, and this is just my counterpoint to try to balance things, folks, and we got to keep things in perspective. They touted themselves as independent, but quite frankly and bluntly, and something people don't want to hear, the game of the year was not independent, but got called independent. I'm not saying they are the same game, but what I am saying is that
it's such a gray area. It's such a gray area, right? They're an independent dev with an independent publisher, but they had backing from Microsoft. So does that make them independent? Oh, I still say no. I think the game of the year it's fine, but putting them in the independent game of the year, no. That's the gray area. You knew they were going to win a ton of awards. You should have just omitted them from that because of the huge gray area that game fell under.
Yes.
Right? Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, no, I agree. That's my point. The game of the year was 100% the game of the year. I will not fight that any day of the week. But the independent status, folks, you're coming at this angle. This is where it gets really gray, and you have to pump the brakes. Highguard is in the same boat from that angle, is in the same boat as Claire. You were both backed by a major financial backer. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying they are the same game. Far from it. Trust me, I play both.
I'm sorry. You played both. I haven't, so you can tell me. Are they similar?
God no, but it's funny. Yeah, you're right. But I do want to stress that out there because I've been seeing that. Oh, they're not really independent. And I'm like, neither was Sandfall when they produced 33.
Well, okay, so Sandfall Studios was an independent studio. Kepler Interactive was an independent publisher. Microsoft backing them, funding some of it, not all of it. They're not independent, but they are an independent studio so you can call them an independent endeavor, but maybe don't put them in the independent category because they were going to win everything else. It's just like that gray area. Like just give it to someone else.
Yeah, they definitely should have, but I agree. To bring this thing back, though, you're right. That's my big crux of this entire thing. Is it brings into question, and I still stand by my call. I really think reveals are selected, but in this case, I think the pool. This is a single sample size, and I think this is the exception that proves the rule because you said it very well. What came right before Highguard?
Yeah. Mega Man. I think it was shortly before or right before.
Right before was Mega Man.
That was totally going to close the show. And then Tencent dropped their fucking money bags in front of Jeff, and we're like, "Oh yeah, don't worry about the Blue Bomber." I don't want to do a Chinese accent. I'm not going to do it. Don't worry. No, I'm not going to do it. Don't worry about the Blue Bomber. Take this money instead and put this out. And Keighley could have just been like, "All right." And then just kind of sold it that way. Like, oh, here's Highguard. Enjoy. Mega Man was cool, right?
Yeah, but then you doubled down on that.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. But yeah.
I just hope he learns from his mistake. He realizes that the greed in the short term might cost him even more in the long term with viewers and credibility. And he shifts focus and really focuses on the important things that gamers and him alike, he's a gamer as well, want to see. Because I can tell you this right now. I promise you, anytime you're fueled by greed, it's a short-term gain, but a fucking long-term loss. And PlayStation's going to realize that with the piece of news we're going to talk about.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, man.
Yeah.
Well,
it's the whole hollow, like you get a hollow satisfaction with like not the real things. Like if you want happiness, you usually, you have to work for it, and then you find true, real happiness. But if you want hollow happiness, you can scroll fucking social media, or you can do drugs. We're not promoting drugs, or you can like do the hollow things that give you like that short burst of happiness, but then it goes away. So greed is the same way. You're gonna get your bag, but you will lose more long term. In the long term, the fans and your integrity is what really matters. And Keighley fucked that up.
Exactly. You're a man's word is the one thing he has. So definitely, hopefully, to learn from that one. But yeah, Wildlight Entertainment, backed by Tencent. Maybe a little reason why they're in the game awards. Who knows? I could only speculate, but well,
when things keep happening, it's not coincidence. There's usually design behind it, and it's just it sounds a little fishy, and it didn't, dude. This is the first, besides Fast and the Furious, because that was a licensed game and Vin Diesel came out. This is the first like flop we've had as a show closer. Even Summer Game Fest has had bangers and bangers of things people wanted to see. This one, like my jaw dropped when I found out it was an arena shooter, and I was like, Keighley, what are you doing? This doesn't make sense. If something doesn't make sense, there's a fucking design behind it you don't fully understand.
Yep, I agree, man. Well, you know what? Before we get into the last thing, let's put this PSA out there.
We have two more. We gotta, yeah.
Oh yeah. No. Oh yeah, no. RE leaks. Let's talk about it.
Oh, that's PSA. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, we just mentioned it. Spoiler cat's out of the bag, folks. Quite literally. Please be careful out there if you are sensitive to spoilers. Unfortunately, RE9 physical copies have been dropped into circulation a week before the game officially launches. Yeah, actually, more than a week. And not people can't help themselves, and they want to spoil the fuck out of everything
because they're terrible human beings.
Because they just get enjoyment out of that. Please be careful out there if you are sensitive to that.
Just tread lightly. If you're on Twitter, you have mute words. Be careful with YouTube thumbnails, because if you're just watching a YouTube video completely irrelevant to Resident Evil 9, but you have an algorithm, I have my algorithm off. I completely turned my algorithm off. I don't have any suggestions or anything. But the thumbnails on the side, you can get spoiled by those. Just one image could spoil you. We have no idea what's going to happen in RE9. We're going to play it and we're going to report on it. And we might do a spoiler cast, but we have a spoiler cast dedicated to that. And in our community, we don't spoil. And if anyone does spoil, report the fuck out of them and we'll investigate it. And intentional spoilers will not be tolerated. And you're going to get the swift judgment. And you're going to get axed, and I will find you.
I know.
And I will digitally dox the fuck out of you. No, just don't spoil. But yeah, if it's an unintentional spoiler, that happens. You're still an asshole. Don't do that, and you'll get a stern talking to.
Yeah, as Wheaton's law says.
Yeah,
don't be a dick unless you're playing one on TV.
Exactly.
So yeah, absolutely, man. Definitely go check. Keep a graceful ear. I know that shit pisses me off. I've had some of my esports events spoiled because they would take place at like 2 a.m. live, and then by the time I get up at 6, announcements were made. Right? Thumbnails. Oh yeah, YouTube thumbnails, and they got let's say the official organization got a huge community backlash for that. I remember when the episode 7 first dropped.
Star Wars.
Oh yeah, dude. You had to be you had to basically turn your phone off for a week, or at least until you could see the movie.
And I didn't get it spoiled, and I experienced that firsthand in the theater, and I was so grateful for it. And that's no one likes spoiler. Well, I guess I did a poll today on Discord. If you haven't seen the poll, go on our Discord. If you're not part of the Discord, join. But the poll is, what do you think of spoilers? Basically, and there's 4 options, right? I personally don't like spoilers at all. And I like being surprised in the moment when I'm immersed in the content, whether it's a movie, TV show, and especially video game. And there have been rumors out there about this game that, if true, I want to experience firsthand and process then. And if that was spoiled for me before, I seriously, man. There was, Last of Us Part 2 had a huge fucking spoiler. That got their servers got hacked and it got leaked, and I had that spoiled for me. And I'm a huge Last of Us fan, and that fucking sucked. So, just dude, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, X, whatever the fuck it's called, anywhere that there's media or video game news, tread lightly. And if you want to stay in a, let's just say, safe space, our Discord is going to be spoiler free. And we have spoiler channels specifically for that. And that's why we create them. So nobody likes spoilers, but there's RE9 ones floating out there. I've gone dark. I'm going dark for a week, and I'm not looking at anything. I'm staying off of YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all of it, because this is a very special game to me. And I want to experience whatever happens with myself at that time. So, and I hope you all get to do that as well. And I hope everyone in the community respects everyone's wishes and doesn't spoil anything from RE9 or any games or media content going forward, because we're a community. We care about spoilers and we are kind to one another. So don't be a dick.
Once again, don't be a dick, man. But yes, definitely keep an eye out for those. Anything else to say on that? Because if not, we got one big thing, and I know you're ready to just let it rip. Am I right? Yeah. All right. So before we get into what we play, one last big piece of news. This is the guy that sucked up the oxygen in the room. I originally saw this. This came through Bloomberg, and then, of course, it got reported on by Game Informer, IGN, everybody else. Because
it broke today. Today is in Thursday.
Yes, the day we're recording, which is why we removed recordings back, by the way, folks. This is a great example because I did not want to sit on this one. This would have been a special episode of itself. But Bluepoint, the team that was purchased by Sony in 2021 and responsible for amazing remakes of games such as Demon's Souls for the PS5 and Shadow of the Colossus on the PS4, unfortunately has been shut down effective March. So less than 30 days, less than 2 weeks really, from now, and we'll just gone. No selling of assets, nothing. The roughly 70 employees are going to be out of a job here. Very talented individuals, some of whom are from Retro Studios, and an official post was Bloomberg Games is an incredibly talented team, and their technical expertise has delivered exceptional experiences for the PlayStation community. We thank them for their passion, creativity, and craftsmanship. Hey, Matt, where the fuck have I heard that phrase? That very exact same sentence before.
A canned fucking thing they've used before, which is just an insult.
I think I just said that like 30 minutes ago when talking about Ubisoft.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, corporate speak bullshit.
That wasn't
give a fuck.
Yeah, not even caring. All right, man. This sucks. Like, this is a hard hit. I know you're ready to hit it. I've got some things. I got some thoughts, but I think more importantly, folks, here's your spoiler warning. Matt's gonna lose his shit.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Who knows, right? It's not like Bluepoint was one of the best fucking developers they had under their umbrella of teams. You know, it's not like they made 2 banger remake titles, and one they helped with God of War Ragnarok. Shadow of the Colossus got a 91. Incredible game. Loved it. Platinumed it. Demon's Souls was one of the best PS5 exclusive launch titles. 92 on OpenCritic. Loved it. Platinumed it. And Bluepoint Games was one of the best remake studios we've ever seen. And they're like, oh, we got the best fucking remake studio under our umbrella. We should give them oh God, Siri's yelling at me. We should give them a God of War multiplayer game. Hey, Bluepoint, why don't you worked on God of War Ragnarok, right? Why don't you help us make this God of War multiplayer, probably a games as a service, live service bullshit, and do that? And then Bluepoint's like, I guess you don't want us to remake Legend of Dragoon or maybe fucking Bloodborne? Maybe that? Okay, I guess we'll work on this God of War multiplayer game, but we'll focus on the remakes after. And PlayStation's like, yeah, work on that. We need a multiplayer game in that space, because that's how you make a lot of money. Look at Fortnite and look at Apex Legends. Look at all the money they're making. We need one of those. Hey, Bluepoint. And then they're like, well, Concord fucking shit the bed because it was bad and it was poorly designed. And then they're like, oh, maybe this God of War multiplayer game isn't the best idea. Bluepoint, never mind. Sorry, we're going to cancel that. And Bluepoint's like, well, we've already worked like a year on it. What do you want us to do? Oh, I don't know. Well, never mind. We don't want you anymore because you didn't make us any money the last 5 years, because we bought you in 2021 and we haven't done fucking shit with you since then. Oh, before that, you made an awesome fucking remake of Shadow Colossus and an awesome fucking remake of Demon Souls, some of the best remakes out there. Oh, well, here, we're going to buy you. Make us the Bloodborne remake. Make us a Legend of Dragoon remake because you're an awesome remake studio. Nope. We need you to make a God of War multiplayer game because that's the angle we're chasing. Oh, never mind. Just kidding. Oh, well, guess what? You didn't make us any money. Now we're shutting you down. PlayStation stooped to the level of fucking Microsoft today and bought an incredible studio founded by the people that were in charge of Metroid Prime, Retro Studios, and they threw them away. They didn't do shit with them for the 5 years that they owned them. They were sitting on a gold mine, and they helped with God of War Ragnarok, but it was just a support studio. They turned them into a support studio and then pawned off a stupid games as a service God of War game to them. And then they punished them and shut them down because they haven't been productive in making them a lot of money. They just probably looked at their fucking stupid spreadsheet and they were like, oh, Bluepoint hasn't made any money. That's because you didn't give them any fucking games.
Yeah, no, they have the games. They just fucking whatever reason.
No, they didn't give them to them. They have the IP. They could have tapped Square for Legend of Dragoon, and they have the Resistance trilogy. They have an Infamous trilogy. Mm-hmm. They have they're sitting on so much shit. They have Sly. They have all kinds of shit that they could have remade, and they're sitting on all these IPs, and they're like, well, you can help with God of War Ragnarok. You can help Sony Santa Monica, and like they're doing the same shit with Guerrilla. They're like, hey, Guerrilla, we're going to pull. It's been told that they're pulling resources from Horizon 3. When it was reported, they're like, oh, they're pulling resources from Horizon Zero Dawn 3. Tell me you don't know video games without telling me you don't know video games. They're pulling her resources from Horizon 3 to work on this stupid fucking games as a service. You know it's going to be bullshit. Hunter's Gathering. And they're just mismanaging their studios, man. And I read an article today or read just a kind of like a snippet, like, dude, you better be fucking glad that your primary competitor is pretty much shitting the bed this generation and failing left and right, because so are you.
You know, it'd be the greatest twist of irony, right? And honestly, I kind of be here for this. Hey, I know he doesn't listen. But I need to have a conversation with Phil Spencer. Yeah. You know where I'm going with this, right?
Oh, they buy Bluepoint? Well, they can't buy Bluepoint. They can just they can get people from it now.
Pull that talent, get the resources, get the talent, and guess what?
Blue Dragon.
You have an entire back catalog, and most importantly, Blue fucking Dragon, and put them on that shit, because that would be amazing. Also, because they're in Austin, Retro.
They're in Austin, Texas,
yeah. Go Retro. Go get your guys back. Spin up some of that stuff from Nintendo. Nintendo likes money. Well, at least I think they do. So go make that happen, because that would be the greatest sense of irony, to see the competitor that's been floundering grab that talent and just start pumping out their fucking back catalog. I would die. And the better part of this is because my Xbox is not platform completely exclusive now, to then watch them make games that then get carried over to PlayStation 5.
God damn. That would suck. Dude, Bluepoint was one of the greats, and we thought, even before we knew about the God of War multiplayer, we thought they were working on some big games. Like, I think in 2021 or 2022, they tweeted from their official account on Halloween. Listen to this tweet and tell me that you're not, drawing to certain conclusions with a remake studio. Okay? Quote, "So calm this spooky night, a symphony of rumors. Not one, but two return from shadow. A resistance to dart home as black monsters escape twisted hills to wander lands and siphon souls. Filter your candy collections, soft from solid, and be eco-friendly. Have a metal Halloween."
That's fucking talented, by the way. That's how you do social media.
Yeah, but it didn't go anywhere. I mean, I feel like they might have been working on one of these. I mean, what? Symphony of the Night, Legend of Dragoon, Resistance, Fall of Man, Metal Gear Solid, like Demon Souls, Siphon Filter, Silent Hills, Twisted Metal. It's all in there. Like,
yeah.
I wonder if they were working on one of these. And then PlayStation pulled him and they're like, no. God of War is important. It's an IP that makes so much money. We need to put you on there. I wonder
too, and we'll find out. You know, there's some intrepid investigative reporters in this industry. And I'd be curious to even get personally me, but anybody else, get an interview from one of the developers. You know, I know there's NDAs, but just kind of like, hey, you know, where's some little tidbits, because this one, like you said, it really hurts in that regard.
It hurts the industry, and it hurts personally, because I loved the studio. I loved their work. The documentaries I watched, they're always so passionate, so detail oriented. They cared about the original product, and they just wanted to make a beautiful remade piece of art for the gamers. They really conveyed that. And I swear to God, I think PlayStation, fucking Herman Hulst or whatever, whoever was in charge of this, looked at a spreadsheet and they're like, oh, Bluepoint is making less money. Oh, so let's shut them down.
All I can say, man, is Media Molecule and Bend must have some kind of fucking black magic blackmail on Herman Hulst.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Because this is what really... This is the thing, like shutting them down. I get in an economic, like I try to think about it logically. In an economic strain, there would be a reason to start cutting some things, right? But the point is, it was reported, and I haven't verified, but it's been talked about. The reason they were axed is because they hadn't produced anything and didn't have anything in the pipeline. But the last thing they produced was in 2020, which, by the way, was an amazing game. Go check it out, Demon Souls.
Incredible.
Media Molecule hasn't produced anything in like 8 years. Bend got their shit canceled. Yeah, 2018. I was right. Well, a little more than that, actually. Bend hasn't produced anything since Days Gone, really, which was an amazing game.
Which was 2018, I think, right?
Yeah, but that's all they left laying on the table. And Bend, Oregon is not exactly a very cheap place to develop games out of in terms of their salaries.
I think these teams might have things currently in development that are costing money and their investments there. And then Bluepoint had something currently in development, but was pulled. It was pulled. This is not Bluepoint's fault. And then, like I said, this is what Microsoft does. They buy up studios. They give them bullshit, and the games come out and they don't do well, and then Microsoft closes them. And before, they were good. Tango Gameworks, they made Hi-Fi Rush, and then Microsoft closed them. Like, I don't understand. And if this one's a little more emotional for me, it is, because Bluepoint was like my top 5 in Sony Studios, and I was so hopeful for him. I was so hopeful for like a Resistance trilogy, Legend of Dragoon remake, something. Fucking Bloodborne, dude. They have I don't know what's going on. Maybe FromSoft is just being greedy with that IP. I think
Miyazaki has first right of refusal on that one.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but people want it, including me. So yeah, if there's a little bit more emotion in this piece of news from me personally, it's fucking personal.
Yeah,
and I was like, I was looking at like, I'm gonna fucking buy a studio. I'm just gonna make it happen. And I it's just like, fuck it. I'm bored, and have some capital. Let's see what I can do. I want to try and make a difference. So I went on. I went on Bluepoint's LinkedIn, and I saw all these awesome artists and developers with the open to work thing on their profile, and I was just like, yeah, if all these closures and everything, just go on LinkedIn, go to the company that's closing, and just look at these people. Look at the real fucking people behind these layoffs. They're real people. Now they're jobless in this economy with families, and maybe some of them, relocated for this job. Like, go through and look at them, read their fucking names. It's depressing. I wouldn't recommend it, but I did, and it just, man, this one hurt. This one fucking hurt, man.
Yeah, I put this one. This is another piece of the pie that says Herman Hulst needs to fucking go. Like, this is another victim of your decision making.
Look how many fucking Horizon spinoffs we're getting. Like, and he was in charge of Horizon, so he's like really pushing for that. And this makes me scared for Housemarque. Like, what if Saros doesn't do well? I mean, they have something launching and they have something in production, but like, PlayStation has really, they usually don't do this. And now I'm wondering, like, Housemarque, Bend, like you said, like, man, the little guys, right? It makes some banger titles.
Yeah.
What? Bungie, if Marathon doesn't hit, like,
well, you're right. And, you know, that's what's kind of scratching my head here is, you know, the studio doesn't, like, it's one thing to put out games and say, hey, we have projects, but then they flop, right? And by flop, I mean objectively, you don't quote unquote meeting sales expectations. But Demon Souls sold like 1.8 million copies, right?
I know,
on the PlayStation 5.
Shadow sold 1 million.
Yeah, which was, by the way, considered a financial success, one, and number two, on par with Returnal.
Yeah.
So you're right. What happens to Housemarque now?
I know. And Housemarque's another amazing studio. Like, I feel like two things were against them that weren't their fault. One, they haven't made any money like specifically as a studio for Sony in the last 5 years. And two, they don't have a current project.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're probably just a victim of a fucking spreadsheet. And whoever is behind this decision can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, this is starting to hurt. Like, I'm still trying to understand, because, like, I get you're trying to cut the fat.
It's weird, right?
To be clear, I don't disagree with Sony or PlayStation's attempts at going for a live service catch. I don't blame them, because you
gotta have one, but you don't put your studios like this on it.
Bingo. Don't mismanage the hell out of it. It's never been about the idea. It's been about the execution.
Yes.
And that's been the biggest problem since day one. So I don't disagree with that, but I will say this starts to bring in question of things like fair game.
Right.
What's going on with that?
2 years ago, a CG trailer.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
What the fuck? That's Firewalk?
No, that's
Firewalk
Haven.
was Concord.
Yeah. No, that's Haven.
Yeah, Haven. Yeah, and that's a studio they recently bought in the last 5 years. Buy those studios, put them on that. Bluepoint's your remake studio, man. Don't put them on a live service game. I get you got to get in the live service space. Whatever. I won't support it. I hope you find success somewhere. Bungie, there you go. You bought Bungie. Bungie can be in your live service space with Marathon or Destiny 3. Don't put this shit. Don't put fucking Naughty Dog on a Last of Us multiplayer game. Like, that was probably a great game, and then they canned that. And don't put your premier remake studio on a God of War multiplayer game.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's just mismanagement all around, and Sony's fumbling the ball. And PlayStation, I'm not happy with them, man. I'm not happy with them at all. I've never championed corporations. I always call them out on their shit, and I'm not a blind fanboy. But I am legitimately confused and upset with PlayStation, a beloved brand today. And yeah,
no, yeah. Very well played, man. I still can't. I get you need to make cuts, but, like, I'm sorry, Jade Raymond. Jade Raymond and her little studio. The last time she produced a fucking game was 2017. That was Battlefield 2. How'd that work out over at EA? Like,
right.
You Media Molecule had dreams, but that might as well have been a No Man's Sky situation. And that took forever to develop, and I guarantee you that hasn't made its money back. I'd be willing to put a 6-pack on that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bend hasn't made anything since Days Gone, and Days Gone got panned, even though it sold well.
I love Days Gone, by the way.
I love it too. Absolutely love it. But this is, and you said it best. The fact that we're still getting a Horizon whatever live service game, plus the Lego game, plus all of the other stuff.
Steel Frontiers or whatever.
Yeah.
And a fucking VR game. Like,
and
they're
the VR
milking
game.
that IP, and that IP does not need milked.
Uh-huh. I get Horizon is sold like over its series like 40 million units. I get it's one of your big hits, but even after a while you kind of start to question whether there's like, you start to look and you go, okay, at first it's like, no, there's no favoritism, it can't be, it's a good seller, and now we're starting to hit the bottom of the well. Now I'm starting to look, Herman, this was your baby, you gave way too much preferential treatment to it. You were completely biased,
playing favorites.
You had some good ideas, but your execution was way the fuck off the mark. At this point, I hate to say it, but armchair quarterbacks like us could probably do fucking better. And
Easily.
And I don't know shit about running a business.
That's why I'm looking into fucking buying a studio.
But as a leader and making decisions, come on, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
But yeah.
Shit.
This sucks, man.
Like the fall of a giant, dude. They had such potential, and I feel for them, man. They probably were put on a project they didn't want to do, and then like they got the rug pulled out from under them. Think of like making an awesome painting, just painting an awesome piece and being like really meticulously painting it and make sure the lines are right and the colors are right. And then like, oh, okay, it's almost done. I just got to put the finishing touches. And then someone comes and pulls it off the easel and burns it in front of you. That's what happens when things like this are canceled to devs that really care about their creative work.
Yeah.
And then someone's like, we don't need you painting anymore. Sorry, you lost your job. That was an awesome painting, but yeah, good luck.
Yeah, dude, this is.
I just want
to. A business decisions aside, if I got to take a certain like emotional standpoint here, if I will, I think the part that hurts the most is Bluepoint was working on a lot of good stuff from PlayStation's backlog. Yeah. This was the foundation of your heritage. Like this was your culture. This is how you self promote yourself. Hey, do you remember Crash? Well, I mean, we've gotten Crash, but you know what I'm saying? Like, do you remember all of the Splinter Cell? Do you remember this stuff? Congratulations. We've got a team that's providing that for you. And by the way, thank you for being interested in, or all you got to do is get them in the door. Thank you for being interested in God of War. Did you know we also have titles such as XYZ, and they're available for sale a la carte on our PlayStation storefront? The fucking thing sells itself.
Know your roots, respect your roots. And do you know why we got the Crash trilogy remake, Wipeout, Omega, the remake, Medieval remakes? The person you can personally thank for that PlayStation can, by the way, Shawn Layden. He was a great, I don't know if it was he CEO or creative director or I don't know. I met him in 2015.
Really?
Awesome dude. Yeah. At PSX. When he announced the Wipeout trilogy remake. So he came out with the Crash shirt on. At E3 when he announced the remake trilogy. He knew, and Shawn Layden was one of the greats, and he has recently criticized PlayStation and their decisions. So that's why we got all those awesome remakes. Medieval, we got the Medieval remake. It's fucking awesome. Like
I played that, by the way. That was fucking amazing. Oh, really? I never knew that.
I did. Yeah. Day one.
Day one. No, that was
now. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say for the record, Layden was CEO, by the way.
Yeah. He was an awesome CEO. Some missteps, yeah, of course, but he knew the roots and had been at the company for a while. Was a fan of the OG shit. Respected the roots, and even implemented those as new titles. And I think it's probably one of the reasons we got the Shadow remake too. Through Bluepoint.
Through Bluepoint. Yeah, no, you're right.
He's the one that's like, oh, give the IP to them. And then they remade 2 fucking bangers and they're like, oh, we should buy these guys because they remake a lot of games. And then give them a fucking God of War multiplayer project. What are you doing?
More importantly, remember who worked with Layton very closely and provided a lot of good stuff over the years, and then was fucking. And
Shuhei Yoshida.
There you go. Fucking there you go.
Yeah, I met him too. Met him too. I got a picture.
Yeah, that was the peak era.
It was PS4. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
He greenlit so much shit, and it was PS4. That's why it's the greatest PlayStation generation ever. Honestly, so many new IPs. We got Horizon. We got Ghost. We got Death Stranding. We got Spider-Man, Bloodborne.
Mm-hmm. It was a culmination of everything. Dude. Plus, we got the backlog that people started getting the backlog that people were asking for.
Exactly.
You know, that's where I say, all I got to say, my final thoughts on this, Matt, is since it is a live service chase that has caused this problem, when Sony does do their live service, because I've heard, oh, we need the resistance, we need this. All I'm saying is when Sony finally does it, if that's what you want, you better listen to me carefully. Show the fuck up and buy the game, because if not, it's going to get canned forever. I am more than happy to play online shooters every now and then with friends. I will buy and support developers if I feel it's right, but do not tell me the PlayStation 3 was a great generation. I will die on this hill. It was the greatest generation ever when nobody was there to buy Resistance. I had it. Were you? You're like the GameCube guys. Oh, I love the GameCube. Then you should have fucking bought it. Yep. I had 3 of them.
Yeah. 4 words. Vote with your wallet.
Yes, absolutely.
That's all they care about is your money and your attention sometimes and the time you spend, but mostly your money. If you want a game to succeed, buy it. Okay? Yeah. Just like the game I'm playing, I just platinumed. I bought it like an hour after it was released.
Yeah, you did.
I vote with my wallet. I buy these games on launch. I know, like, different people have different financial situations, but you know, that's what they care about is the sales.
That's exactly it, and that's what Kiss, right? Because the backlog on Bluepoint, man. Like, you think about the games he could have gotten. Gamers like us, you and I are we're a rare breed.
What could have been the death?
Yeah, we're a rare breed, but. You take people, I know people who don't play games as much. They only get 2 hours a week or 4 hours a week. Guess what? Say, hey, you can play all of that shit you grew up with right here on the modern console in the PlayStation Store. And instead of doing the thing that I know is that's really hurting them in the streaming with these PlayStation 3 farms, go ahead, play it. You can own it now. Congratulations. You start bringing people in. And then guess what happens, Matt? They go, oh, Dad, what are you playing? Oh, I'm playing this really cool game called Crash Bandicoot. I used to play it when I was your age. And then you hand the reins down to the next generation.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Remember what made you. And stop chasing the popular fucking thing. You're going to get one at some point, but put other devs on it. Don't put your amazing studios on it. Like, have both. And they were like, oh, yeah, we're going to do the live service initiative and have 2 tentpole, single-player, narrative-heavy games, and then have 1 experimental game, like Astrobot, Team Asobi. That was their experimental game. Guess what? It was your fucking best game.
It was Game of the Year.
Yeah, my Game of the Year. Well, not my game. It was almost my Game of the Year, but we had Rebirth that year and Final Fantasy VII. But it won Game of the Year. So, yeah. Just... man, I just, like you said, we could probably run these fucking corporations better. And these suits, they're chasing the wrong thing. And I said it and I'll say it again. They're chasing money, and greed will give you a immediate satisfaction somehow. But I promise you, you will lose in the long run. And you pissed a lot of fucking people off and a lot of dedicated fans off that have been with you almost since day one. For decades, you pissed us off today. And
I'm curious,
your brand is fucking stained because of this stupid decision you made out of greed. And Ignorance.
I'm curious to see if this does. I doubt it will. Because, like, most famously, the Modern Warfare 3 boycotters or whatever it was. I don't remember that Call of Duty.
But I'm not going to boycott PlayStation. I'm buying Saros. But
not Saros.
I might give them a what? What?
The game that comes out in 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks from now. Marathon.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not buying that either.
I'm curious if that's. I'm curious if that sways though, because you're sending a message. Live service is the trend, and people are gonna be spurned. So will they cancel? I haven't seen it, and I doubt it will. But I'm curious if it actually does happen.
Yeah. I'm personally voting with my wallet there. I don't want to see it fail, but it's not my type of game. I hope it succeeds, but I would rather see Bungie make a Halo type game or a Destiny 1 type game. I'm not rooting for Marathon to fail. In fact, I want it to succeed. I want Bungie to succeed and maybe make Destiny 3 that could be a multiplayer, narrative-driven, story-heavy game without any of the games as a service bullshit. Who knows? But I'm not rooting for failure, but I'm also not supporting it with my money because it's not for me, and I'd rather see them go a different direction. So that's what you can do. That's all you can do as one person. You can either give them money if you support it and you want it, or not give them money if you don't want it and you don't want to support it. That's literally all you can do as one consumer. So if a game comes out and you want to see that genre or IP succeed, fucking buy it. Day one. Support
Day one.
Don't buy it used, because the game store usually gets all that money, or the person selling it. Buy it brand new, support the dev, support the publisher. So yeah, man, I'm exhausted. Let's talk about some good stuff and games we're playing.
Let's fit there, because I've got a whole list. I started going over everything this last week. I've been a busy little boy.
Oh yeah, very cool. Well, you kick it off then. Talk about all the awesome games you're playing.
All right, we'll start with everything, and then I'll finish with our the platinum, and then and kind of like hand it off to you from there. How's that sound?
Love it. I like it. Nioh 3 will be our segue game.
Yeah. So it has been. So I'll start with a couple of smaller things for you. I did get around right after the State of Play last week. I downloaded. I didn't get a chance to play it right away, but I did check out Mina the Hollowers demo on PS5, which is out there. Man,
support that.
This game is a day one purchase for me.
Yeah, it is.
This is from, if you are been living under a rock, this is from the same studio that made Shovel Knight and all of its spin-off games, Yacht Club Games. They produce some really good retro-inspired stuff. This is a 16-bit, how do I best way to put it? Zelda dungeon crawler with roguelike elements is the best way I can describe it.
You want to know what I called it?
What'd you call it?
Zeldavania Souls-like.
That is a mouthful, but it's not inaccurate. I'll tell you that much.
Yep.
This game, I can tell you, I put about an hour or so into it, and I put it down. And it's not because it was bad, but it was because that's what a demo does, is it sells you on the game, and I'm sold. This is a day one purchase. I think this has got a lot of good promise in there. The music is great. The combat is engaging. The exploration, it's not hand-holdy. I'll tell you that much.
Nope.
So get ready for a hardcore experience. But it's very weird to impose that onto Mina, who's like this cutesy artistic or cutesy kind of character in a hardcore game like this. So it's very interesting in that regard. I think this is, let's just say I'm glad I drafted this second.
Oh yeah, it's gonna hit. Fun fact, this is a Kickstarter game from Yacht Club Games. I'm one of the backers, and there's about 21,000 plus backers. I am backer number 3,519. And I will be in the credits.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. I'll be keeping an eye out for it.
Yep. The moment I saw this game, 16-bit style, Zelda, like very inspired by Castlevania. Recently watched the documentary. He has a Richter amiibo on his desk.
He does, yes.
The dude just made this game by himself working at Yacht Club, and Yacht Club was like, they saw it and they're like, what's this? This looks cool. And he's like, oh, it's just kind of the game I've been working on in my free time while working on Shovel Knight. And they're like, well, show us more. And they saw more of it and they're like, well, we want this to be our next game. And he's like, oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah. I was just inspired by Zelda and Castlevania. And I just wanted to make a cool game. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Keep in mind, that could be a double-edged sword, but yes, that is exactly what it's about.
It's true.
I give you the exact. You wouldn't know this game, and I don't even remember the full name of it. But there was a game on the NES that was like a. I don't want to say dating simulator. It was a text adventure game.
Night Trap.
No. I have to go look into it, but it literally got greenlit because Sakurai happened to be walking past the desk and looked and was like, "This is some of the most amazing work I've seen on this console," because it was the NES. No questions asked, immediately greenlit.
Oh, okay.
I gotta go find it again. I'll go look it up, the name of it again. Wow. But I remember hearing that story a few years ago. But
I highly recommend I highly recommend the documentaries. If the documentary for Mina the Hollower, if you love video games and you want to know like the process behind it, just go watch some documentaries on making of games. They're so fucking cool. And it'll give you an appreciation for the game. It'll like there's so much work that goes into it. And there's real people behind this. And yeah, so give Mina the Hollower and pretty much any video game documentary a watch. I'm so glad you like this, dude. I played it on the Switch too. I think I talked about it on a episode, but I played the demo 3 times because there's 3 weapons you can choose from in the beginning. Mm-hmm. I fell in love with it. So I'm so glad you love it as much as I do. It sounds like.
Yeah, this is you can tell this one's made with love, folks. So yeah. I'm there for it.
Spring 2026.
Just please, for the sake of a fantasy, give me a fucking date. I'm having a heart attack over here.
Yeah, it's been a while. It was originally supposed to release in 2024, dude. I've been there since the day one. I've been there for the Kickstarter. I was pretty early on, and we've been waiting. So I think they're gonna hit this one, and I think they've utilized this time well to polish and make just a banger fucking game that we're all gonna love.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll tell you this next one, Matt. Not your. I'm gonna put it out there. It's not your kind of game, but I think this is got a really cool potential because it kind of snuck up on me. So, but a couple of weeks ago, a buddy of mine said, hey, I got in. We were talking about games. I was over at his house. I was showing him new things that were coming out. He was showing me what he was playing because he recently got in the Steam Deck. So I thought it was really cool. We were checking it out and I was working on some cosplay stuff. Yada, yada, yada. He said, hey, I got in on a play test, and I want you to check it out too. I've been trying to get people to join in. This is made by Beta Dwarf. They just had their public test, so there's no release date yet. Beta Dwarf, if you don't know, made Minion Masters way back in the day. They have a new game coming out called Vaultbreakers. And this is out on Steam only, but their website indicates they are looking to do to consoles as well. Let me go ahead and I'll describe this to you, and you're going to see like why it's not, and you're going to trust me, it's interesting. Vaultbreakers is a top-down extraction RPG where you go PvE or PvPvE, build a haven, loot artifacts, and shape your playstyle and explore a vast corrupted world alone or with friends. Use your preparation, knowledge, and skills to clear your path to the Dragon Vault.
There's a lot of acronyms.
Yes, there's a lot here, but this is an RPG in the extraction realm instead of extraction shooter.
Interesting.
What you do, and I played about an hour or two of this, what you do is you have your character and you build your team with your friends, and you're going to go into a procedurally generated area, kind of like you would with Helldivers is the best way to put that. You have 20 minutes to go in and loot anything that you can and fight other people if they're there, complete quests, get all of this, and then extract out with it and then use it to upgrade your character, craft things of that nature. I don't have anything about monetization models or anything right now, but from an art style, it has a very old school RPG, like we're talking like, or RTS even. Think Warcraft from back in the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's definitely got a good old late 90s, early aughts feel in its art style.
Interesting.
The music's pretty good. It controls a little weird for my taste, but that's because it's more, at least on the PC, it controls like a traditional MMO. And I'm not used to that function very well because I play on controller primarily. But no announcement yet, but they just had their public test. It ended, I think, yesterday from when we're recording, so Wednesday, the 16th. I highly recommend, if you're interested in old school RPGs with a little bit of a twist, keep an eye out because this may surprise you. I think there's promise on this one.
Nice. You remember the game Death Spank?
I know the name.
Yeah.
I gotta look that. You know what? I gotta look this up.
There's 3 of them: Thongs of Virtue and the Baconing. Death Spank, Thongs of Virtue, and Death Spank, the Baconing. It's kind of like a World of Warcraft style, but top down action adventure RPG. And
yes,
it's kind of that flowed into my brain when you said that. So yeah, originally on the 360, just fantastic little titles.
How the fuck did I miss this one?
Oh my god, it's the voice. He's like, "I'm Death Spank, and I'm here to fuck shit up."
hey, let Xbox, go get Bluepoint team, get them to work on this because I'd buy this one.
Death Spank remake. When you have some time, watch the trailer. It's just some crude, super crude humor, like super 90s, just fun as hell gameplay, and it's an RPG. So that kind of reminded me of Death Spank.
That's awesome, man.
Talk about it's not like a extraction RPG, which that's very unique, but it's kind of the style you were explaining.
Yeah, no, that's cool, man. I'm gonna have to check that now. See if I can find a way to get it to play it. But
it might be on PS4, maybe. I don't know. I have to look. But no, highly recommended. If you haven't played Death Spank, it's awesome. There's 3 of them. They're all great.
Yeah, PlayStation 3, so maybe not, but definitely it's on. It is on Windows, Steam. So
okay,
maybe in the future. Man, we've been in an old school kick this week, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
Well, speaking of old school kick, this last one, you saw a little bit of it, man. And I got to sing this game praises from the high realms. I have a couple of problems, but they're more me. I wish I could tell you where I remember where I heard about this. It was probably on another podcast. Somebody mentioned it in passing. I put it on my wish list, and then last week, right as we finished our platinum, I saw a notice pop up that said, "Hey, a game on your wish list is on sale," and that's usually my indicator that it was a digital only game or some kind of like weird thing where I'm like, I'm not paying $20 for it. Let's see if it goes for 15 or 10 or whatever. So I got a notification and I saw it and I immediately was like, I totally forgot about this game. And then I started playing it. Turbo Overkill.
Great name.
First off, yes, I love this. It is developed by Trigger Happy Interactive. It was published by Apogee Entertainment. This came out in 2022, so it's been on my radar for quite some time. It's all available on the modern platforms: Switch, PlayStation 4, 5, the Xboxes, the Sex, if you will, all of that good stuff. This is a old school boomer shooter that pays homage to everything from the 80s and the 90s. The best way I described it to you, and I wanted to expand it. So this is Doom and Duke Nukem meet Wolfenstein, all put together into a package. It controls well. It's floaty like an old school boomer shooter. The levels on there, which the design is really good because you can speed run these levels, and you can get them done in like minutes, or you could take your time. And I spent like 45 minutes in some of these levels just looking for secrets because there's collectibles that you get. Oh, by the way, those collectibles affect the gameplay on replayability, so you can add this quote unquote cheat code, like big head mode, for example, is in there. Infinite ammo's in there, all of that good stuff, and it has difficulty sliders that go from very easy all the way up to I think the last one, it's literally the description is just says don't.
I love that. I love that.
This yeah, it just says don't.
Awesome.
But story is there. It's kind of a background character. You play as Johnny Turbo is the character's name, which is an amazing name.
Yes,
and you are a cyborg who has been tasked by a corporation to eliminate a new AI virus, is what they're calling it. And then it goes from there, and it spans off, and it goes into, naturally with any boomer shooter, you're dealing with demons, you're dealing with outer space, you're dealing with other cyborgs that you got to fight. All kinds of weird stuff. I gotta say, man, the real shiner in this game is the fucking music.
Dude.
In this game, you can find them on Spotify.
Who's the artist? Who's the composer?
That's what I was about to say, because it is 2 individuals. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, why is my Spotify breaking? I forgot to write them down, so I was gonna tell them to you, because I was just listening to this in the car the other day.
Yeah. No worries.
Looking it up. Yeah. Sorry, it takes a little bit there, folks, because my computer's being silly. Yeah. Anyways, this is by Chipper Hammond and Nikita Jeremic and Tim Stoney. There was a third one in there. And they all shine through. There are homages to everything from that era. Very synth and techno sounding on a lot of it. This is the screen. This right here would be like, if I had to sell you on a game, Matt, this is the one thing I'd sell you on. This game, I think you would enjoy it the whole time. It's just blaring and going. I love it. You
came over and I played it, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Yep.
It reminded me a lot of Doom, definitely Duke Nukem. You said it perfectly. It meshes those 2 games together, and the soundtrack, very like cyberpunk.
Yes, very cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Community member Bo, he caught me on stream, and then immediately within 30 seconds was like, dude, this fucking music rocks. I'm like, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So it very much stands out in that regard. There are, like I said, there are homages to everything. There's action movies, Terminator, name an 80s or 90s action movie, and there's some kind of reference in there if you know where to look and if you're paying attention, down to the achievement names, which are like there's one called Pink Mist.
Yep. Beautiful.
Definitely, I would highly recommend this. I was going to platinum it, and this is my complaint, and I think it's a me problem. Okay. I don't have the patience to deal with and troubleshooting this, but the game did do a crash on me, and I think it's because I was overloading the game with like the in-game features such as like infinite ammo, big head mode. I was fucking around. Let's be honest. No nice way to put it.
Modded the shit out of it.
Yeah. And it crashed the game. I was like, all right, no big deal. Do a data, bring up my PS5, try again, because I think it even soft locked the system. Like that's how bad I was. Damn. That's how bad I was pushing this session.
Wow.
And I thought about it afterwards. I was doing this after the night before, where I was so tired I didn't completely close the app. I just put it into sleep mode. So then I fired it up and I overloaded it. It soft locked my PS5. Now, when I go to launch the game, it reads the save, but then the menu pulls up, but it won't let me select any of the options out of the menu. So I might have borked the fuck out of it, and I'm not blaming it on them. This is not entirely on them. Part of it is, but I also take ownership in this, so I will probably not be platinum it. With that in mind, this platinum can very much be done. If you know how to play these games. There's a couple of level specific things. You have to do all the collectibles. You have to kill everybody. You have to get everything on the hardest difficulty, which is probably the most challenging thing. But the mods that are in there do not impact trophies. So, and there's no God mode. That's the one thing, but you can do everything else that's going to help you out. Infinite ammo. There's even one where like it's infinite ammo, and then there's another one that says explosive bullets. So you go in with the machine gun and you just go, and you just watch bodies fly, right?
Holy
body
crap.
pieces rather. So definitely go check that. Definitely check this out. I highly recommend it. Turbo Overkill. If
Very
you
cool.
are an old school gamer like us, please. And it's on sale right now, I think, for at least another week or so. And it's $10. And I put 40 hours, almost 40 hours into this game.
That sounds amazing. That sucks. What happened? Did you delete the app and re-download it? Did you try that?
I deleted the app.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and then I kind of got in my own head and was like, fuck it, I need to move on to the next thing anyways. Because I saw what was going to happen. I was going to spend another 6 hours grinding the last set of trophies. And
that's okay.
It kind of took, and I didn't want to ruin the experience. I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I'm happy with the game.
Totally get that. If you have finished the game and you're in the 100% platinum grind and you're not having fun anymore, put it down. Move on to the next thing. What's next for you?
Yeah. Next coming up. So I'm in a bit of a lull, but I do have two things that are on my mind.
Got a week.
Got a week. One is returning back to Octopath. Kind of touch up some more of that. So I'm in that. I'm going to touch up between that, like Final Fantasy Tactics, other stuff that I'm taking small bites out of. Who knows?
Yeah.
The other one, I'm going to do it, but I only know it's a day's worth of an evening's worth of work. But another game went on sale. When I got that notification for Turbo, the very next day, I got another notification for a sale, and that was for The Pathless. And I picked it up for dirt cheap. We're talking like $8 or $10.
Sweet.
And this is a $30
game. Yeah.
Yeah. So The Pathless is on my radar. I know it's a fairly quick game.
Couple evenings, like 6 to 8 hours.
Okay. Yeah. Then yeah, absolutely. I'll probably have that one done. I was going to get to it this week, but then I got sucked into Turbo Overkill. So like, what can I say?
You're going to love
it. Good.
Yeah. Out of the Giant Squid games and that game company games, Giant Squid helped with that game company on Journey. You got Journey, Abzu, The Pathless, and Sword of the Sea. All phenomenal games. Sword of the Sea just came out. We talked at length about that on some of the last episodes. The Pathless is my favorite.
Okay. I will be reporting back, and I know you're anxiously waiting because
a lot of people are.
Yeah, it is on my list, and it is going to happen. It was on the backlog. It's coming, folks. We'll talk about it next week.
That's a good palate cleanser game, too. Between like games and leading up to one that you put everything down for. It's short and it's somewhat mindless. Still, there's some puzzles in there. It's an easy game, and it's just a good time with phenomenal music. I mean, you love the music in Sword of the Sea.
Oh, of course.
Music is awesome too. Austin Wintory, one of the goats.
Yep.
So yeah.
But yeah, that's upcoming. And then
very cool.
Of course, last but not least, we got to talk about it together, brother. We both got a platinum this week
at the same time.
Yes, we finished Nioh 3. Let's just rip that Band-Aid off. I got to say, man, out of what's been out and what I've played, this is at the top of the pile for the year so far. I'm not saying it's going to stay that way, but right now, this is at the top of the pile. And to find something that's going to be action game of the year is a really tall ask. There was a certain point after we started playing last week that this game clicked, and it's now the combat makes sense. It's Souls-like, just like Bloodborne, just like Sekiro, where it's frustrating. But then there's that moment where you finally the bulb turns on and you go, oh, and you feel like Neo suddenly seeing the Matrix. That's where I'm at with this. It's a great platinum. It only takes one playthrough. You do not have to go to New Game Plus, but I want to go to New Game Plus. Dude. Yeah. I guess my final thing for you to kind of note, I learned this because I'm helping a buddy of mine get through the game as well, because he said this game sucks solo, and I'm like, yeah, it does, doesn't it?
It sure does.
I jumped in with him, and we were in the third area, so you know what I'm talking about. And there was as I was getting ready to leave, I was like, dude, I need to go. I got to go get the wife from work. He's like, no, help me with this quest real quick. This boss is kicking my ass. And I'm like, sure. He's level 82. I'm level 155. I'm like, let's go do this. 30, not even 10 seconds, I killed the boss. Just soloed her. But taken care of. I did notice New Game Plus has a soft cap on the equipment. I'm not getting anything above 150.
It was New Game Plus?
No,
It was
no,
already
no,
a New
no,
Game.
not New Game Plus, but in the first run before
Yes.
New Game Plus, there is a soft lock on the level of equipment because I'm not getting anything
Oh.
above level 150. But
Oh.
I did get some +4 Divine equipment.
Oh yeah, dude. If you plan on playing more, I'm kind of in a lull as well. I'd be more than happy to jump in because I want to play more, and we're getting divine drops, and I'm having a blast with it. So, yeah, if you need a third, hit me up because I'm kind of just chewing through Dragon Quest a little bit, and I'm done with
Yeah.
the last game that I'm going to talk about. But yeah, dude, Nioh 3, amazing, really good, really fucking good. Just a fun ass game. You know?
It really is.
Yeah. Yeah. And Souls like multiplayer kind of turns it into a beat 'em up, really. Especially if you love build crafting and you break some of your builds. I was a ninja mage and just using my Onmyo magic constantly, just melting those bars, dying all the time, and you guys resin me.
I felt like Tifa or Zell
Yep.
from 8, dude. I just running around both classes, samurai and ninja, just using fisticuffs, beating the fuck out of people.
Yep. The open world was awesome. The way they did co-op, just the progression was flawless between people. And then when you go into the map was a little fucked. Like when you look at the map, you're like, I don't know what I have, and I don't know what's in your game, and this map is so confusing. But other than that, man, just incredible boss design, amazing gameplay, really fun build crafting, just loot out the ass, like on the level of Borderlands, maybe even more.
Yeah. But the difference is they give you an auto. There's such a good way to organize that loot when you go to sell it or to break it down or whatever, like dispose of it is the best way to put it. Unlike Borderlands where you have to manually select, it's garbage. Here, they're like, all right, get rid of anything that's this rarity or below.
Yep. And then you can say, oh, I want to dismantle this, or I want to sell it, or I want to invest it in my skill points. And unlike Borderlands, this runs flawless. We were just doing so much shit on screen. Maybe just a minor frame hiccup here and there. We're all on pros, so that probably helps. And yeah, ran flawlessly. The introduction of the open world to the Nioh series, I think they hit it out of the park. I think it's really, really great. And yeah, I just had a blast being a ninja and beating up demons with my friends.
Absolutely, dude. It was worth it. I'll probably be playing some more before.
Yeah, let me know, man.
I'll definitely be hitting you up on that one because I want people to enjoy this game. And doing it solo, I did the first Nioh by myself. It sucks. There's no nice way to put it.
I didn't. The first Nioh or the second?
I did both of them by myself, actually.
Yeah, gotcha. I still haven't played the first. I really want to play the first, and I tried out the second solo, but I mainly played it. Shout out to Burrito Supreme. We played that game pretty much front to back co-op. It is so much better in co-op, and the third one is just worlds better in co-op. It's just so fun, and you divert enemies' attention, and then the ninja has a ability where if you get a back strike, if you hit them in the back, it does more damage. And when they're just mauling your friend, you just go in the back and you just maul them. And you're just like, for the cause.
Yeah, absolutely. And it feels good too if you didn't play the samurai as much, but like when you get the perfect parry, or they call it a deflection, the sound you get, it's very Sekiro, where you hear that ting ting, so you know you got it, and it feels so good. It's satisfying. That's audio design, folks.
Beautiful. Yeah, shout out to Koei Tecmo. They knocked it out of the park. And yeah, I'm usually a glass fucking cannon running around dodging, like, you can't catch me. Fuck, he caught me. Come, I need rest.
That's exactly it. Oh crap, he caught me.
And then I still want to do a death compilation because I did screen capture a lot of my deaths. And there was one where I was running up the stairs with like 3 fucking machine gun people. And before I dodged like all the machine gun, I was like, hey guys, watch this. And I dodged a fucking frame before they fired. and they just annihilated me on the steps. And I was like, well, fuck.
That's exactly. I wish I would have grabbed that from my angle because I heard,
yeah,
hey guys, watch this, and I'm going the other way, which is around, and then I just see your death, and I was like, well, that sounds like it.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, the Spirit Guardians with your build are awesome. The elements, the elemental affinities and debuffs, just everything about that game. If you like samurais and ninjas in feudal Japan with, demons and the Japanese mythology, and you'll love this game. It's great.
Absolutely. Just don't ask me what's going on in the story.
Yeah, oh, yeah, no. There's time travel. I don't even know. I lightly paid attention, but I was mainly there to fuck shit up as a ninja with my friends. And that's what it's all about. So
absolutely, man. Well, I'm glad we got that together.
We did platinum it. We got it together. And Bo got it shortly before us, but shout out to Burrito Supreme. He was our third most of the time. And yeah, great player and real fun to play with. So shout out to you, Bo.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it this week, man. At least for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to punt this one over to you real quick because I'm excited to hear what you got.
Yeah. So after Nioh 3, I started Dragon Quest 7, but something pulled me away from Dragon Quest 7. I already talked about my thoughts on Dragon Quest 7. I'm taking it. I'm going for a bite-sized approach on this one just because the music is a little repetitive. But I'm having a blast with it. It's awesome. However, the state of play last week, honestly, we got a shadow drop, and we got a God of War game shadow drop, and it married one of my favorite IPs with one of my favorite genres, and that is the God of War Sons of Sparta. It's a pixel art. That's one of my favorite design methods. Pixel art, God of War, Metroidvania. And man, so first of all, this game's getting a lot of hate online for some reason. And the creator of God of War came on and said some stuff about it, some negative stuff. I won't get into the details, but I think might be influencing these bad reviews. And I bought it literally like hour one after it was announced at the event. I was literally on my phone and I was like, I'm fucking buying this. It marries like my favorite art style with one of my favorite IPs and my favorite genre. It's a God of War Metroidvania that is basically a prequel to God of War. And you play as Kratos, and you have your brother Deimos. And it's fucking great. Like, it's a good game. There's a huge learning curve with it. The pixel art is gorgeous. The combat's fun. It's a little clunky in the beginning because you don't have a lot of abilities that help you free flow. But the power gain throughout the game is incredible. You have boons, kind of like Hades, but like with items and weapons. It's not like a roguelike or anything. The story's fun. And it's probably like in my top 10 Metroidvanias. Like, there's so many collectibles. I'm a sucker for collectibles. I got that checklist personality. I'm a fucking ENTJ. I like checking the list, right? And each region has its own percentage completion and checklist for each item. And each region is super unique. The environments are beautiful. And it's a fun ass game to play. It starts slow, and the power creep in the beginning is pretty slow, but it really like the curve. Once you get like mid game, it's still fun the whole way, but once you get mid game, that power curve like really starts accelerating, and you become pretty much invincible by the end. You're not the God of War, of course. Kratos in 1 isn't even the God of War. He becomes the God of War in 2. Okay, so it's called the God of War. It's not a spoiler.
Right? No, I wouldn't think that's a no.
No, yeah, but yeah, dude, this game is getting so much hate online. I would personally give it an 8 out of 10, an 80. it was frustrating in the middle there. And if you do plan on playing this game, hit me up and I'll give you just some small tips and tricks to make your enjoyment a little better with the game. The exploration, the collectibles, the level design, all incredible. Just it was an awesome Metroidvania. Pixel art, some of the prettiest I've seen since Sea of Stars, honestly. Real pretty pixel art. Yeah, very pretty. The build crafting is fun. There's a lot of elements that you can use with your builds. You have the spear, but then you have your gods and goddess weapons. I won't go into it, but you have other weapons, sub weapons that you can pretty much break. And then you go around, you collect like olives for the gods and goddesses and specific items for them, and then you level those up, which level up your weapons, and they give you abilities, and they contribute to one of your 4 meters. You have your health, your spirit, your magic, and your blood orbs. So, the design was great. I don't understand the hate this game is getting. I look at the trophy. You can look at the trophies, and you can see how many people get to a specific point. So 54% of people that played this game, or let's say open the app and get into the data pool, beat the second boss. And then after that, 17% have only beat the third boss. And the third boss is the one that's notoriously the hardest. I'm not flexing or anything, but I didn't think that boss was that hard. It's a pattern-based dance like any Metroidvania.
Yeah.
And it was very reasonable. There were other cheaper bosses after him that were way worse. And even before, there was a pretty cheap boss, but I don't know. I just hate all these. The negative reviews are exhausting. I don't even think some of these reviewers that are giving it poor scores have even finished the game, which I don't think that's fair. And it's getting a lot of hate. It's sitting at like a 68 right now. And this is no way, shape, or form a 68. The last game that I experienced this with was Darksiders 3. I fucking love Darksiders 3. Darksiders as an IP is one of my favorites. I love the Darksiders IP. And Darksiders 3 is my favorite. And it got a 68 on OpenCritic. And I'm like, this doesn't make sense. It's not correct. And correct or incorrect, right? That's objective. This is subjective. But subjectively, in my opinion, I think this game is definitely better than a 60 or even 70. I think it's a 79, 80 game. I really do. And I think it's worth your time, worth your attention. If you love Metroidvanias, you're going to love this game. It has God of War elements from Ragnarok, or even, the God of War 2018 on PS4 or 2016. I forget. It's 2018. I think it's 2018.
The
original God of War.
Oh yeah, 2018. Sorry,
2018. Yeah, correct. It has like progression elements from that, and they put a lot of time and effort into the progression system and the build crafting, the environmental design, the music. Every fucking track in this game hits. It's really good music, and it's not chiptune 8-bit or 16-bit style. It's like God of War music, like with vocals and shit like that. It's cool. And then I finished the game, and I was like, I don't know, I was like 50% towards the platinum or something, and I was just like, I want to keep playing this game, and I want to explore. And there was like one collectible in this whole big level, this area, and I had no problem just aimlessly going through each little square of the map, killing enemies, because the music is that good. And I just enjoyed my time with it. And the platinum took me about 40 hours. I did
That's not bad at all.
I know. I did a lot of blind exploring too. Like, I didn't look up a lot on this game. I looked up a couple side quests because they're very convoluted, and you're probably going to have to look them up. I didn't look up pretty much any collectibles at all, and I just explored. And I mean, you get items to help that in the future, in in-game. But I just had a blast doing it, and the music was just awesome. So, highly recommended. I recommend it. I recommend this game. The internet doesn't, apparently. Don't listen to the fucking internet. They probably haven't even finished the game. You're hearing this from someone that, okay, I do love Metroidvanias. That might be biased. I do love pixel art. That might make me a little biased. I also do love God of War, the IP. However, this game is the worst God of War game because it's not really a Kratos slashing everyone up with a fucking Leviathan axe or Chaos Blades game. It's a prequel, and you have a fucking spear as a Spartan, and you can do elements and stuff like that. But I might be biased from the IP, the art style, and the genre, but I platinumed it, and I think I have rep when it comes to a recommendation, and I think I have weight to this recommendation, and I recommend it.
Yeah, I could see that, man. Because at first I thought about this. Like you said, the shadow drop. I when I saw the trailer, I mean, honestly, I wasn't gonna buy it. I'll get around to it, but I wasn't gonna buy this right away because it wasn't a great time. Shadow dropping is a very risky move.
It is.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Right.
There was some stuff I was like, I'm not entirely sure. And my immediate thought was not as in a bad thing of the game, but just to my anticipation of people was it's God of War, but it's not really God of War. Like it's God of War by name, and Kratos and Deimos are there, but they're more like callbacks, if you will, right?
They're kids.
They're kids. I thought about this and I was like, okay, well, maybe that just means people are going to hate on it, but people have gotten through the first boss. That means you've played a little bit of the game. It shows, I'm not going to spoil names, but like the first one, it is showing absolutely a 97% complete. That means they went through the first boss.
Well, the first boss is literally the first part of the game. They drop you in on the first boss.
Here's the thing. Here's this. You're right. Here's the second one.
Right. 57%
after that. So people have played some of the game. They got in enough to go, okay, I'm curious. The one that makes me really scratch my head is after that. And we've talked about this. It drops from 57 to 16%.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking a huge, this is an offboarding somewhere. And I'm curious.
Well, it's a boss. It's a hard boss. You have to learn the patterns. You have to stay with it for a bit, just like the game, to enjoy it. There's a curve. It's a skill check.
And I have a theory, Matt.
What?
This is my theory. This is what I've been trying to tell people when I'm talking about Venn diagrams and they don't overlap as much as you would think. This would be a perfect get good, son. So I'm telling you, the players that play God of War because it's God of War, and the players that play Souls games because they're Souls games, do not intersect as much as you would think. This is my proof. This is what I'm going to point to right here. Because if that Venn diagram overlapped more, we'd see higher numbers. Because from what I've seen and what I've played of it for a little bit or when I was over at your house visiting you, there is a good game here. It is not a good God of War game, but it is a good game in its own right and has its own merits.
Yeah, so the difficulty curve is interesting. Like in the original, in the remake God of War games, right? God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok, right? Mm-hmm. It starts pretty easy and it gradually gets a little harder. Like that end game shit, one of the Valkyries, that shit is hard. Right?
That makes you question if you're going to put it on easy and suck up your pride.
Exactly. And then the Sons of Sparta, it kind of has a bell curve. It's like easy and super fucking hard. But then when you get overpowered, you got to get that apex and you got to really push through and spend some time with it and learn it. And then the more powerful you get, the more easier it gets. But it's not like a slow curve up. And I think people their attention spans, they don't have it and they can't sit with it as long as it requires. And I think there are balance changes that need to happen for that reason. And I did almost put it down, and it was at that apex of that bell curve, but I didn't. And ultimately, it just drew me back because I was like, I want to play more of this game. I was like, do I play Dragon? Do I go back to Dragon Quest and wait for this to be patched to get easier? And I was like, well, what do I feel like? Well, I kind of feel like playing this fucking game, so I'm going to do it. And I persevered, pushed through, and hit that apex, and then started going down, down, down. And it got way easier until I was like one-shotting shit.
Hell yeah, dude.
They need to work on that difficulty curve because the God of War games, that's why they're incredible. Some of the best is that difficulty curves. It starts slow. It explains a lot of the mechanics and just gets progressively harder and harder. This one starts slow, gets super hard, doesn't explain really anything, and then gets a little easier at the end. It's interesting. A lot of Metroidvanias and Souls-likes are like that. That's why I compared this to a Souls-like. It is not a Souls-like, but it has the difficulty bell curve of a Souls-like.
Yes, and I appreciate that in a good in a game. It has to be executed well. You can't just do it. I'm looking at you, mortal shell.
Right. And at the same time, it doesn't explain things.
That's okay. Now, I did have a thought about this, and I know this is not something that would have been feasible, especially because it's fundamental game design. But I think it would have been really fun because obviously there was passion here. Don't make this as a God of War game. Do everything the same. Yeah. Do everything the same, but don't call it Kratos and don't call it Demos. Call him by something, by a name or a generic or a title. Just trust me on this. Have people get invested with a story. Don't put the God of War stamp on it. Get people into it, and at the very end, you flip the script and reveal that it was Kratos the whole fucking time.
Oh, that's awesome. So one, I think it should have been called Sons of Sparta.
That's what I'm saying. If you've done that and then reveal later that it's Kratos and Demos, you whole dude.
That's true. But two, keep it Kratos and Demos. What you just said happens in the game with another character. I'm just saying.
You have my attention.
And if you're a God of War fan, you'll lose your shit, which I did. So
okay.
So let's just leave it there.
Okay. Good, man. Now I'm glad you finished it because I know it was kicking your ass for a little while, and and you persevered. Now, if I can teach you to do that in Nioh and Sekiro, I will one day teach you.
That's true. I think I played Nioh 1 before I played Sekiro, but I have platinum Demon Souls. I've almost platinum Bloodborne. I've beat it 3 times. I've platinum Liza P. Come on, I got a little cred.
You got a little cred, especially because you do the platinums on those games. I tend not to, just for the sake of it, but I'll give you some cred on that one, particularly Bloodborne, because that's a really notoriously difficult one. And I know a Souls veteran who nearly threw his controller at the wall over Liza P.
Oh, yeah. I may or may not have put a hole in my wall from Bloodborne and then put it on the shelf for 5 years. Called it the Bloodborne hole. It was a reminder. Don't do that, people. And your controllers are precious.
Yes.
Especially with an edge. Don't do it. So, this difficulty curve is a lot like a Souls-like, and everything else is great. It's a great Metroidvania. So, check it out. Go pick it up if you can. And dude, when you persevere and you overcome that difficulty, that almost impossible thing, like with the Souls boss, right? It's so much sweeter. The victory is so much sweeter. Like, it's because you're like, I'll never get this, and I'm just gonna give up. Like I gave up on Sekiro. I'm not gonna lie, I gave up on Sekiro, and I was like, no, you know what? I just feel like playing this game more, and I want to persevere. And when I overcame that, it felt so good. It's like just a great feeling of accomplishment. So, yeah.
That's awesome, man. No, I definitely have my interest. This will be on my wish list, and at some point, just a bad time. Shadow Drop is really tough. Bethesda or Microsoft and Bethesda nearly screwed me last year from that. All right.
Yep. That's why you didn't play Chronos, right? Because of Elder Scrolls.
No, because what was it that was coming out? I'd have to go back. There was so for those that aren't aware, I'm talking about Oblivion Remaster.
No, it was
right?
Claire. It was fucking Claire.
It was Claire.
Obscure.
That's right. Yeah, because of Oblivion Remaster, I got a late start on Claire.
Oh, that hurts my soul.
I know, right? What an idiot!
Idiot! You got to go play Claire. I was peeking your trophies every fucking day, and I was like, "Is he to the part? Is he gotten to Act 1? And I'm like, and then I saw it and I was like, "How you feeling, buddy?"
And then
good.
the twist on all of that, to wrap this up, this discussion up, if you will, is then in Death Stranding, you did the same shit to me until you fell off of Death Stranding, and then I
Yep.
told you, get the fuck back on that train,
Yep.
just so I could be like, "How you feeling, buddy? How you doing?"
Right. Yep. Man, 2 amazing games in a 3-month period. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other one I'm playing, I just checked out. I think I talked about this on the other podcast. Pragmata Sketchbook.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I just jumped in there, and there's multiple endings you can get, and I mapped the edge this time, so I had dodge on the paddles and scan on the paddles, and dude, music in that game, awesome. Actually, when you go through the demo the second time, I don't know if you've gotten this Easter egg yet, but Diana, the little AI girl, is like, Hugh is like, we need to get back to Earth. We gotta warn the people. We got to get off the moon and get back to Earth. And Diana was like, I don't think we're gonna do that just yet because this is just the demo. I clipped it. I'll send it to you. It's great. I was like, awesome. I was like that Leonardo DiCaprio meme. Just breaking the fourth wall, man. So
that's awesome. I love that. Yeah, it's such a good demo, wasn't it?
Dude, yeah, I played it 4 times. My best time is 8 minutes.
Holy shit.
Yeah. There's some. I think I've gotten like 4 of the 9 endings, but oh man, this game's going to be a gem. It's going to be awesome. Looks incredible. Plays incredible. Very unique gameplay. Can't wait to play it. And oh man, that track. If you're curious about Pragmata or even excited about it, go check out the sketchbook. It's called Pragmata Sketchbook, free. And the opening track. Oh, I did this last time with Claire on the title screen. I put the controller down and I was like, oh my God, holy shit. It slaps.
Yes, it does. And it looks so beautiful.
It does. Yeah. Runs beautifully too.
It does. I think, and I don't think I mentioned this last time, but I thought about it afterwards, is what really stands out for that game for me is, and I know it's a trope and it's a meme, but you know what I mean by this, is it's not the PlayStation or modern day gaming dark, gray, and dreary.
Right. Yeah.
It stands out in its presentation.
Yeah. It's got some joy and campiness and delight.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Diana's just so adorable. And Hugh is a character. He doesn't really take his mask off in the demo, but I feel like there's going to be awesome character building in this game. I think Capcom's going to hit it out of the park. I was getting some Dead Space vibes, some Resident Evil vibes, some Stellar Blade vibes. Just, yeah, it's phenomenal.
I think this game's going to be another one of those. I'm going to get hit in the feels this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I have a feeling that's coming.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Something's going to happen to Diana. We're all going to cry. So
yeah.
If you haven't checked it out, the demo is on PS5 and Steam. And I think it's going to be out for all platforms, including Switch 2, if you want the hair to look stupid. If you want to play it on the inferior console or whatever. If it's the only thing you have, that's okay. But go check out the demo. Pragmata. Very excited for it. I've been excited since the teaser trailer. So yeah.
Sweet.
That was just a roller coaster of an episode, right? Talking about beer and life and happy thoughts and happy memories, and then all of the bad fucking news. And I ranted and I yelled, I screamed into the microphone, and then ended it with some positive, good vibes and good games we're playing. And boy, oh boy, the next game we're talking about on the next episode, no, because it comes out that Thursday. But
correct.
We're going to talk about, we're about to get Resident Evil 9. Review embargo is up Wednesday. We're going to get reviews on it Wednesday. And then, so we'll be able to talk about those. But we'll get our copies Thursday. I don't know. Are you picking yours up at Best Buy?
Yes, sir.
Well, look at that. We're going to go to Panera and get ourselves some breakfast. Okay.
So that 27th, yep, that Friday, we'll be able to pick them up. So head out there in the morning. And this is what I fucking miss is midnight releases, man.
Yeah. Dude, we just got to make a thing of it. Let's go get Panera breakfast, coffee. Like just grab it eat, and then go get Resident Evil 9. And boy, oh boy,
let's chat about that one.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna spend some time with Leon. We're gonna spend some intimate time with Grace and Leon in an incredible series. So I couldn't be more excited for that. So we'll report back on that for sure on episode 43. We'll talk about our experience with Resident Evil 9, and we will be playing Parallel. And hopefully all of you are going to pick up Resident Evil 9 and play it. If you're a fan of the series, I think it's going to do well.
Dare I say, Matt?
Yeah,
if I may, if we're going to be playing this Parallel, because this is one of the big touch points of the year, dare I say I potentially see a spoiler cast in the future?
Literally, yeah. I think I mentioned it. I was like, maybe we'll do a spoiler cast for Resident Evil 9. Yeah, when I was talking about the RE5 spoiler.
Oh, yeah. You're right. See?
Yep. Play it back,
folks,
Randy.
I don't even remember what the fuck I had for breakfast, okay?
Yes, I said, we'll probably do a spoiler cast for this one because it's a big one. It's a big one. So Capcom's going to hit it out of the park, I think. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us and, listening to my rant and being angry with us and sad and a dark day in gaming. But ultimately, we're getting some damn good games. We're playing some damn good games. And that's what it's all about. And we should be grateful for the positive and the games we're getting and the experiences we're having and the sheer amount of fucking good games last year and this year. Just keep them coming. So keep gaming out there and keep hunting those trophies. Keep the conversation going and have a great day, night, evening, whenever you're listening to this.
Peace.
Shapes of Gaming is a podcast shaped around gaming and, most importantly, our community. That's you. It is written, created, and recorded in beautiful Colorado Springs, Colorado by me, Matt Stenson, and my good friend Bob Harriman. If you would like to be part of this amazing community, be sure to like, subscribe, or follow us on all the social media platforms or the podcast app of your choice. Thanks so much for listening, and always remember, keep the conversation going, and most importantly, keep gaming.